There we go. Is that it? I didn't even know this thing was on. Like I was busy doing some other stuff, and I was like, I'll be on there in a little bit. What's what? Give it away. Give it away. What is up, Jesse? What's up, Rye? What's up, Ramon? What's going on? I knew it. I knew it right away. Go Navy, right? Go Navy. Oh yeah, you guys know I get these 5-in-1 heat presses all the time. So I'm gonna give it away. I don't have no room for it, so I just need to give them away. And we're gonna be doing some embroideries, doing this thing over there. But I do got some DTF prints that I gotta print from some of y'all's online orders because we've been super busy and I haven't done my online orders. I know, Ramon. I'm just messing with you too. I'm just messing with you. Can y'all hear me good? I haven't used this since I was used to do lives from the house. So I was just wondering if it still was working. Let me know if it's working. Big B, happy holidays. Yep, happy holidays. Victor, what's going on? Peachy Dixon, how's it going? Rafa, what's up? Marina, what's up? Yeah, I haven't done a live in a while. I haven't even done like a actual YouTube video in a while. Yeah, I'm like Daniel said, what's up? Thanks for all the how do you do this? How do you do this? Let's see. I see other people do it. Let me see. Show. Yeah, what's up? Thanks for all the IG content. Yeah, I'm always posting stuff over there on Instagram. It's just so much easier for me to do that because with everything that I have going on, like it's hard to do YouTube videos like I used to. Wavy, what's going on? It's not as easy as it was when I was doing this from home. You know what I mean? Because we're just so dang busy. We're just so busy over here. Cindy, what's up? Rios, tell your dad I said hi. Tell him what's up. Uncle, what's going on? Yeah, so I started my vinyl and I got my embroidery machine because of you. That's what's up, Victor. I appreciate that. Did I win? Lori, you cannot win. So I won't say it yet. We'll just wait. Oh, so those of you, hey, Graphics Warehouse, Jason, what's up? Those of you that just joined this from now till January 2nd. From now till January 2nd or January 1st, the end of the day, right? New Year's. Head over to the vinyl stand. We're doing 15% off your total purchase if you guys go there and you buy something, right? Lori, do I let them know? When are you get? What's up, CJ? LOL, we all won. Yeah, and then we'll do this also since we're doing 15% over at the vinyl stand. I know CJ's gonna want to hear this because CJ's local here. We're doing 15%. Wrong way. Where's it at? Right there. 15% off all your DTF prints. Okay. So don't say nothing. Is that what you're telling me, Lori? What's up, everybody? I'm live on TikTok also, just giving it a try. Red Quinn said, "What's up?" So what's up? We got 9 people over here. Those of you that are here on TikTok, we're giving away. I'm gonna give away those tonight, for a Christmas present for somebody, right? Like I said. We're gonna give it to someone for Christmas, right? I'm gonna give away one here local, and then we're gonna give away one on. Well, we're gonna give both of them away tonight. Whether it's because I could say we're gonna give both of them away local, right? I mean, I'm gonna give one away local, one on YouTube, right? But if CJ, I know who CJ is. If he wins, he's local, but it's also online, right? So I've been good, I promise. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute, man. I don't have time. Like what time it is right now. What time is it? 7:47. I was supposed to do this at 7 o'clock. We're just so busy. Michelle's over there trying to make some what is it? Plastisol flakes that we started making. We started making some of these, right? Some of these right here. So we make these. These right here, we make them here, right? And then we put a label on them, and then we sell them over at the vinyl stand. I don't sell them here. I sell them at the vinyl stand. It says encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. I don't care for all that. We're gonna do some DTF prints while we'll no way, dude, you're a liar. Don't say that. It's supposed to be like a good Christmas present. You're supposed to get approved. It's the season, the season of the year of giving, right? So the bank should have been like, go for it, dude. It's all yours. All yours. Right? Cody sent a present. I don't know what that means, but Cody, I appreciate it. I appreciate the present, whatever that means. No 49er fans. Yeah, we're gonna do some DTG printing, not DTG, but DTF. Those of you that have put orders in with me, appreciate it. All right. Appreciate all of you. We're live. So TikTok, we're live on YouTube. YouTube, we're also live on TikTok. I don't do much of the TikTok thing. I just do like post every now and then of something that we got going on. But that's what's up. What is up for grabs? Those two heat presses right there. Where they at? Right there. I'm gonna give away those two heat presses. TikTok. Those are what I'm giving away right there. Those two heat presses tonight. All right. Small business owner here. Ismar is cool, man. I know the feeling of being a business owner. I have two businesses, but I only run one of them. My wife runs the other one, and I'll send a shavy shirt, Lori. What are you gonna send her? A shavy shirt? What is that? It's gonna have a blue falcon on it, and it's gonna have Ramon's face on it. The blue falcon, Ramon. I want one. Yeah, we're gonna give it away. I would love to win the heat press. A lot of people have been wanting the heat presses. I've been telling a lot of people for a long time that I'm going to give them away. So tonight is the night that we're going to give them away. I usually don't pick the winner because I don't want it to be like, well, here online, I won't. CJ, the way you work is like you own 5 businesses. Yeah, CJ will come and sit in here for like 4 hours with me while I'm trying to do his prints. The blue falcon. Let me start this real quick. So that's my DTG printer, direct to garment. We appreciate what your family is doing. You guys are amazing. Appreciate that, Marie. So this is what I'm doing right now. I make prints like this, and then I send them to customers who want them. Right. So like this sheet right here, I charge them $10. $10 for the sheet, But right now we're doing 15% off. Would be nice to have subtitles. I don't know how to do all that. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. And if I do, so like the way subtitles work, from what I know is, if I want to put a subtitle under on English, it's free. But then when you want to do stuff in a different language, you have to pay somebody to translate it and write out everything that I'm saying. You know what I mean? So then, I mean, I don't know. AT Prints, what's going on? I would say let's go check out the embroidery machine and start the next one, but then I'd have to carry my laptop and I'd have to carry the phone to go to the embroidery machine to go start the next job that we got. We got a lot of embroidery jobs that we're doing right now. So it's been crazy. I didn't know last year, whenever I got the embroidery machine, it was in January. Well, this year, got the embroidery machine in January. It's been crazy. It's been crazy with the embroidery machine. And then this year has been like, it's been up and down, I guess, with the embroidery machine, right? But this year, these last couple months have gotten really crazy. I don't sell plastisol transfers. And the only reason I don't sell them is because I don't have time to do them. I have all the stuff to do it. That's what she's doing right now. She's making these. This is all that I'll do right now. Just these little flaky things. Oh my God, this is Joe. Say less. Is that CJ over there too? CJ, you're a weirdo. Rodrigo, what's up, brother? How you doing? Merry Christmas to you guys. But yeah, I was like, let me get on here, do these giveaways, and not be printing, not be printing, or like usually I get on here when I'm doing a job, like when I am screen printing, right? I'm like, it's late. I'm here by myself. Let me screen print this job, and then while I'm screen printing, might as well go live and see what's up. Liberty Graphics, what's up? So we might as well go live. You know what I mean? So, but this time, I was like, let me just sit here, because I never just sit here. Either I'm screen printing or I'm running around. I think my camera over here is like tripping. My phone, it's like on a spider thing. I don't know, and the legs are giving out on it. Good. So I was like, let me just hang out. Let me just hang out and talk, because I haven't done that in a long time. Couldn't get home fast enough. That's what's up. Yeah, so we were actually closed the last 2.5 days. Here it was my youngest baby's birthday, so they were like, you need to take the day off. So I was like, all right. So we hung out. We hung out on Friday. We hung out. We went Christmas shopping. That's what we did. They all wanted to go. They all wanted to go Christmas shopping. Chilling. Liberty Graphics, chilling. They all wanted to go out Christmas shopping because we hadn't had time to do that, because between both stores, like, we're super busy. You know what I mean? So we did that Friday, and then Saturday was my daughter's birthday. So then we went to go. What did we do? We hung out all day, and then we barbecued, and then she hung out with her friends. You know what I mean? And then yesterday I came in. We were like, I'm going to open back up Sunday because we got so much work to do. We're going to open up Sunday. I came in for a little bit yesterday, and we had to go. There was this drum line that was playing, created to play. I donated some shirts to them. Hey, it's working by itself, though. The embroidery machine's over there working by itself. Now, Michelle's killing it on the embroidery machine for me. But yeah, we went to watch this drum line play. That was really cool. We planned on just showing up there for a little bit and then taking off. I do have a video that I've just recently recorded. Oh yeah, here it is. Right here. We do have a video that I just recently recorded because I screen printed this shirt for them right here. So it's a 3-color job, orange, purple, and then there's green right here. So I donated like 50 shirts to them. And then they invited me to go out there and check out what they had going on. So we went out, like I said, we went out there for a little bit, but we ended up staying there. It was like a 4-hour show that we stayed there, and it was very, very entertaining. It was very, very good. I recorded some of the drum line that was playing, so I got to shoot a little bit of footage of them that I'm going to add into the video of them playing their drums. So that was fun. And then we got done with that. We went to go continue the celebration of my daughter's birthday, and we took her to go eat. So that was cool. Blake, what's up? PS Designs. I need to go check out PS Designs. He's got a embroidery machine, white format printer, super sticker. You didn't have to do that, man, but I appreciate it. We're wearing the same jacket. Look at that. My daughter's like, Dad, when are you gonna do some merchandise? And I'm like, I don't have time. Like, I don't have time to do that because I'm too busy printing other people's stuff. So like when I did one for Rodrigo, because Rodrigo spread the word about what I do, and his company made a pretty big order with me a couple months ago. So whenever they did that to show some appreciation for what he did, I made him some hard and hustle printing gear. Let me get this. Look at that. Yeah, but other than that, we had a good weekend, and now it's Monday and we're back to work. You know what I mean? So we're slammed today. Belle does all my DTG printing, my DTF printing, and she was slammed all day. And then someone came in with like 30 hoodies that they want done. So now the rest of the day, tomorrow and the rest of the day, she'll be busy doing all that. I have that jacket too. She'll be busy doing that stuff probably till Christmas. Sweet, appreciate that, man. But yeah, we've been busy. I hope the best for Rye Beats, because he's trying to get into a building right now. And if he does, it's going to be a game changer. I'm telling you. Like I get it. We do it. We start doing this from home. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. We all start somewhere. You know what I mean? I started from home, and I was forced into this. You know what I mean? Because of sponsors. You know what I mean? But it's like doing this from home and then doing it from an actual business. I'm not saying anything wrong about doing it from home because a lot of people do it from home and are very, very successful doing it from home. But for me personally, it's been a real eye opener, really big game changer when it came to getting the actual storefront. And we've already like ran out of room with this place. You know what I mean? This isn't one storefront. This is two. Like, check it out. Look, let me show you. Let me spin this over here. See where this is at right here? That's a door, and that's a door. So it's two. Are we good? Are we good? Let me know if we're good. I don't know. It said it muted somehow. Maybe when I hit it, it muted. Petty, what's going on? What's up, man? All right, cool. I guess whenever I was moving the computer, it bounced or whatever, and it muted for a second. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people do this from home. Liberty Graphics does it from home. Um, AT Prints does it from home. Just got a MT 1501. Who else was I talking about? Rye Beats does it from home. Where'd he go? PS Designs. That's who I was talking about. He does it from home. You know, he's the one that I've been talking to about getting a wide format printer because he already has one. Yeah, see, PS Design. He does it from home. But it's been an eye opener. You know what I mean? A lot of people, two car garage. You know what I mean? And a lot of people do it from home. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are very successful doing it from home. Social media is a beast. Everybody knows that. If you don't promote yourself, you know what I mean. Um, then you're pretty much hurting yourself. You know what I mean? You could do ads, you could do all that stuff. I don't do no ads. I don't do any of that stuff. It's like that someone had said earlier. I appreciate all the content you do on Instagram, um, and that's just the way I promote myself. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? That's the way I do it. Because then I'll get people that see that stuff, and they'll message me and be like, "Hey, I like your work. How can I get some stuff done? Or how much does it cost to?" How much would it cost to embroider my logo? And I'm like, I don't know. I got to see it. You know what I mean? A lot of people that don't do embroidery or have never done it before think that it's like doing this type of stuff, vinyl or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, um, this year's been crazy. It's just the beginning. We got some stuff coming up for next year already. Um, So y'all gonna have to. I will shoot a video on that though. I will shoot some videos on that stuff that we got coming in here. 2022. 2022. I'll be adding some more equipment. I'm just gonna work myself till I can't figure it out no more. But we got a pretty solid team here right now. My daughter works here full time. Michelle is not full time, but she works full time. And we do really really good. So you have to, man. And that's what I was telling Lori. Like, don't get me wrong. Um, I think I talked to you about it, Ryan, a while back when I was telling you. Um, um, AIS Murrow Customs does it from home. You know what I mean? A lot of people do it from home. And that's what I was telling. Like with whenever we got this building, it wasn't all peaches and cream in the beginning. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. You know what I mean? Because um, the first 3 months, maybe the first 4 or 5 months, it was like, was this the right move? You know what I mean? Luckily, I had a little bit of money saved up to where it got me through those those very very slow months. You know what I mean? But ever since then, ever since then, things have really gone up. You know what I mean? So it's good. You know what I mean? And then I think with the new stuff that we're gonna be adding, it's gonna bring in more. You know what I mean? I did want to upgrade the the Anatol Thunder, right? I wanted to upgrade that to an automatic. I wanted to so bad, right? Um, you just told her. um, wait, I'm confused. Yeah, but you know what? So my thing was like we I wanted this, but I didn't want it because I hate printers. You know what I mean? Printers always go down. It's just always been my luck. You know what I mean? But ever since I got it, I know eventually it's gonna need some maintenance. You know what I mean? It's gonna need some work. It's gonna need some stuff that we're gonna have to do to it to repair some stuff. You know what I mean? But Yes, Nathaniel. I need to write your name down. I'm so bad, man. I'm so bad. Like I was like, I know I owe this dude a tool, but I don't remember who it was. I do not. I need a pin. Let me get a pin right now. And here's the crazy thing, right? Here's the crazy thing is one second. Thanks. The crazy thing is, I know you sent me an email, right? I saw the email, and I was like, perfect. I'm gonna do what I said, right? I'm gonna send it to him, and then with the flood of emails that I get, I lost it. You know what I mean? I lost it. But look, let me show you. I got it here. See, look, I still got it, and it still has the red ink on it. Um, Nathaniel, right? That was the name. And I know you sent me an email. And the crazy thing is, I sent one to AT Prince also. And then when I sent it to him, I was like, man, who is that other person that I was supposed to send it to? I was like, man, I went through my emails. I could not find it. But I got you. I got it right here. I'm gonna send it to you. I promise you. Right now, I got your name written down. See, look, this is what I do. Right, I write your name down. Right, and then tomorrow I'll come in tomorrow and I'll pick up this form and I'll look at it. Look, see, Belle's gonna kill me because this is her order form with everything that she has to do on it. And I just picked it up and I wrote this name on there. I wrote your name on there, and then she's gonna be like, "What is this name?" And I'm gonna be like, "I don't know." So I need to write. I got you though. I got you. I will send it to you. So send me another email. Write his name on the tool. There you go. Look. That's even better. Look, now I know exactly who it goes to. There we go. That's what's up. So now I know because I'm very very bad with that. And that's my thing. That's my thing right now. Is I'm really bad with that type of stuff. After throwing away 3K on rent, gonna wait till I can build a building. I mean, I get it, Novo. That's something that we all want to do. You know what I mean? Why do you want to rent a building? Why do you want to rent a house when you could buy one, right? Why do you want to rent a building when you could build one? We got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? My ultimate goal, because I rent two buildings, right? We rent two. We rent this one and we rent the vinyl stand. So you can almost think commercial buildings, how much I'm paying in rent every month, right? So right now I'm like, why don't we just combine them together and pay and buy a building and just use that money that we're paying on both of them and combine them together and just throw that money in the pot and pay off a building that we're going to eventually own, right? And it sounds good. It sounds very, very good, right? Until you put it on paper and they want you to put down $300,000, right? If you're going to build a big old building and want to make it very, very nice, and you want all the bells and all the whistles, you know what I mean? To have one side a big old vinyl stand, and then the other side a big old print shop. You know what I mean? We're gonna need a really big commercial building, but you go to a bank and you show them, we can show them what we've been making. We can show them the profit that we've been doing. But what they're going to want is they're going to want us to put down $200,000 or $300,000 before they even give us, say, a $600,000 rent to build a building. You know what I mean? Um, that's where I'm at with that. You know what I mean? And then I'm in a lease here. The lease over there is fixing to be up, but I'm in a 3-year lease here. So that's my ultimate goal. Because right now, I wake up in the morning and I leave. Right, my wife wakes up later on a little bit because we both don't open until 11 o'clock. Right, but the vinyl stand, they just serve customers there. You know what I mean? We serve customers here too, but we got so much work over here that we're doing. We're so backed up. I try to come in at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock to get here early so I can start prepping these jobs, start doing these jobs while we're closed. You know what I mean? Because as soon as we're open, I mean, we're not like Walmart or HEB or Costco's or something where there's a lot of people coming in the store at one time. And it's crazy because there will be nobody inside of this shop at all, right? And then all of a sudden one person will come in and then three more behind them. And then I'm just like, I don't know what to do because there's too many people in here right now. You know what I mean? But we make it happen. You know what I mean? And it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have. But that's my ultimate goal is to put both of these buildings together so that we can have a, a, a building divided in half, hard hustle printing on one side, the vinyl stand on the other side. And then when someone comes in, because a lot of people go to the vinyl stand and they're like, can y'all put my name on a shirt or can y'all do this on a shirt? And we're like, they tell them over there, no, you have to go to our other store. And we're not far. We're only 3 miles away from the other store. But the amount of traffic that's in this town, it takes you like 20 to 30 minutes to get here. You know what I mean? So some people are like, I don't know. I don't want to do all that. So I'll just pass. You know what I mean? But then there are those customers, you know what I mean? And I'm grateful for all the customers that come over here. There was a lady that came in here today and she was like, so-and-so spoke very, very highly of Heart and Hustle. And I was like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? Because people in the community already are spreading my name out. You know what I mean? And that to me is a really big thing. We all about to come and I'm telling you, man, it's been crazy. And that's why I tell people like, for us, I think it's just the beginning. I mean, I've done a lot already, you know what I mean? But I think where we plan on going, I plan on doing a lot more. All of y'all could come, man. Just come on. CJ comes and sits here. Like CJ, that dude right there. He's how old is CJ? How old are you, CJ? I'm gonna throw his name out there. Visuals. Check him out on Instagram. He's a young kid. I think he's just started college. He just graduated high school. Um, and he's hungry. You know what I mean? He's trying to start a brand. You know what I mean? So he'll come in here and sit in here with me. He's 18. Dang. So you're young. You're younger than I thought you were. And Blake's been here. Blake was in here helping me out build this spot before we even had a press in here. He's the one that helped me put that press together. Whenever we first got it, you know what I mean? And it's been crazy, you know what I mean? Yeah, Waldo, you come by, man. I don't care, man. I don't hold no grudges. I don't know why I would hold a grudge, but I don't care what anybody. I don't hold no grudges. I don't hold nothing. If people don't like me on Instagram, people don't like me on YouTube because I'm a post freak. You know what I mean? And they just don't want to watch my stuff. Then you know what? Don't watch my stuff. And that's what I tell CJ, like that dude's hungry. You know what I mean? He's hungry. He started his own brand called Visuals. And I see him every time he comes in here. I'm like, hey CJ, you want some free prints? He said, yeah. I said, hang my lights for me. He hung my lights, but they fell down. You know what I mean? And I still gave him his free prints because that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Seeing a young kid that is hungry, wanted to do his thing, wanting to succeed, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? It wasn't about him hanging the lights. You know what I mean? I knew the lights were going to eventually fall down because the little sticky things that I bought weren't worth crap anyways. You know what I mean? Rafa, you don't have to register nothing. We're giving them away for free. Later on in the night, we'll just call someone out, and then that person will win. All right. So that's the way it works. I'm not gonna pick somebody. I'm gonna have somebody else pick somebody because it's the way I do it. Um, but yeah, that's it, man. Let's see. Yeah, like I was saying, CJ, he's hungry. Check him out on Instagram. He does really good. He's pushing his brand. He comes over here and he's like, "Hey Joe, I got 2 orders. Can you print these for me?" And I'll be like, "Man, CJ, you know how busy we are." He's like, "I know," but I'm like, I still get him in there. You know what I mean? And that's to me, that's what it's about. Someone that's hungry, someone that wants it. Um, but like I said, for us in the vinyl stand and hard hustle printing, um, it's it's been a good what 2000. I say 2017, but I started this at the end of 2000, the beginning of 2018. So what is that? 18, 4 years, going on 4 years now. Um, Blake over there selling his stuff on what is it? Instagram? No. Um, you said you weren't doing the you stopped doing Etsy. What do you say? eBay now? Richard, what's up, man? I don't know it. And then my phone's on TikTok over here. But yeah, CJ, you can always CJ, if you want to put your Instagram up there for everybody to see it, by all means go for it. You know what I mean? Brian, I appreciate that. Brian said, I know y'all can read it, but let's see how we do this. Oh, wrong one. What's up, Bad Brad? I was trying to click this one. Brian Durham. Hey Joe, keep up the great work and the content. Appreciate you. Someone wanted me to call them today because they were said they ordered the Mighty Hoop, right? And that the size wasn't right. They sent them the wrong one, that it didn't fit the machine. Um, he's like, I guess he was trying to put it on there, and the brackets to the arms weren't the right length. But I was like, you gotta take them off and put them on there. You know what I mean? That's why it has different levels or different connections that you could use whenever you're connecting them, because there's a whole like Mighty Hoop doesn't like. I have the RICOMA, the MT1501. Rye has the Tajima, and I think um Liberty Graphics, I think he has the Tajima too, right? So every machine is different. You know what I mean? So whenever it comes to making the bracket for the MT1501, everything they make one size so that they could fit into your machine. You know what I mean? But you have to measure it. And I think the one for the MT1501 is like 14 inches. And he was like, I don't understand why they just don't make it for the machine that you're using. And that's not the way it works, though. You know what I mean? That is just not how it works, because it will it has to work. That company has to work for every machine that's out there that's wide, like commercial grade, I guess. You know what I mean? Lily, what's up? Bad Brad, what's going on? Carl, what's going on? Filling those decal orders. That's what we were busy with, trying to catch up on. Yes. So I am Jack says, Joe, were you working a job when you started in 2018? So I've been, so to give you, if you're just here for the first time, um, was I working whenever I started this? So I've been in the military for 12 years. So I was, yeah. I was like 8 years in at that time. But now I'm in 12 years. Um, and I'm doing this, and I've been doing this the whole time. And it's been a lot of work, you know what I mean? But it's been a lot of work, and it's been a lot of early mornings on my days that I'm off. And then it's even been early mornings where I know I got to get something done, and before I go to work, I'll come over here to try to get it done. You know what I mean? Because I want to meet what I told the customer that I would, right? And then it's been a lot of really, really late nights. You know what I mean? So, but that's the way it is. You know what I mean? This is something that I want, and I know, whenever I got this building, I was telling my wife, within this next year, um, is when I come up to renew my contract for the military, right? So within this year, I can actually get to see what is going to happen within this year and if it's going to work or not, right? And if it didn't work, at least I tried it. You know what I mean? You can listen to those comments, those motivational things that you hear online, and they're always talking about, um, you'll never know unless you try, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? But and it's true. You know what I mean? At least if I didn't, then I would have probably at least I tried. You know what I mean? People would have been probably people that don't like me on YouTube or Instagram would have been like, he's trying to do too much. I knew he was going to fail. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. But at least I could, if I failed, if I wouldn't say I failed, I would just say, you know what, it didn't work out the way I wanted to. You know what I mean? So now I could just re-enlist and stay doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But everything's working out. Everything is really has really been good. So I think we're gonna be all right. Um, and if I can help, you know what I mean. I don't say I know it all. No, I don't tell anybody that I know it all. Um, but if I can help anybody, by all means, you know what I mean. The other day, um, At Prince was having a problem. He was like, "Hey man, my needle keeps breaking. Can you help me try to figure it out?" And I was like, "Let me show you." We video called each other, and I was like, dude, try this, and boom, it worked. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about for me. You know, if I can help someone, especially if you bought a MT1501 under my link, right? The least I could do is try to help you. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about, man. Boo Raiders. How about them Cowboys? Those people are clowns. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I wish the best of luck to them. You know what I mean? Whenever I first started doing YouTube, I met a lot of really good people. You know what I mean? And along this journey, I've lost a lot of good. Not I can't say friends because some of them I probably never met before, but um, some of them don't want to have nothing to do with me no more. And is it because I became not because I've done more than them in the little bit of time that I've done this? Who knows? You know what I mean? But is what it is. Whatever. We'll carry on. Um, you gave me that idea. Give me credit. What's Lori talking about over there? She's scaring me. Chase, I appreciate that comment. You know what I mean? Those like I I get those comments all the time. I get those messages all the time. How I've inspired people. You know what I mean? Like someone said earlier that I inspired them to buy a heat press and the MT15 or whatever embroidery machine they bought. You know what I mean? Um, and to me, that's what it's about. It's not about like Juan from Liberty Graphics said, I'll never start a red channel to tell you to come over there. I'm gonna start a red channel so I can do heat press giveaways. You know what I mean? And the only way you could get a heat press on my giveaway is to be subscribed to my channel, where I'm gonna charge you $20 a month or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Um, that's just the way it is. I mean, they sent me this stuff for free. Why would I try to get money from y'all to give that stuff away? You know what I mean? Um, Christmas is happening. Yeah, CJ. I told CJ he's hungry, so I told him to come by here on the 23rd because I got something for him. I couldn't get my 1501, but where did it go? It moved. Appreciate that, Victor. And if you got something wrong with it, I'm not no tech. I'm not nothing like that. But you know what? In this last year, I've learned a lot with the embroidery. You know what I mean? I thought embroidery was like, I got 15 needles. I need 15 different colors. You don't need that. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm doing a job that has three colors: white, red, and black. You know what I mean? And then it's always good to have what was I gonna say? I just got an email from someone talking about direct to garment. It threw me off. Uh, it's always good to have same colors on there, right? You can have the 60 weight, the 40 weight, um, for like what we're doing, right? I can stitch out a white background and then black over it, and then go back and with the 60 weight thread and stitch out little letters that are on there. You know what I mean? And I'll have Michelle bring me one in a minute. Can you bring me one of those, Michelle? Those fleeces that we're doing? One of the fleeces that you're doing? Um Doing the storefront before you get out. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And Lori had a big deal to do with it. Like she's always been the big supporter of me. You know what I mean? And like when I started this whole thing, she was like, "Well, if that's what you want to do, then do it." And I was like, "Let me just give it a try." You know what I mean? And who knew it was gonna get like this? Like sometimes we're like, "Did we ever think this was gonna happen?" And we're just like, no. Bro, my wife, she got 15 colors, man, for one design. I got 15 different colors up there, you know what I mean? Um, but with the 15 colors, like I'll have a job where I'll do one thing, I'll have a job where I do one other thing. Like I know I got some of that metallic thread up there that is a headache because as soon as you start stitching, it likes to just thread like rip like paper, you know what I mean? But people want beanies done with it. And this is what we're doing right now. See, like there it goes. This is what we're doing right now. Look at that. See, and this came out good, but that's what I'm saying. Like you can stitch this in a 60 weight thread, and then if you want to do the little letters in a smaller thread to hope that like whenever you get those little details like that, um, then that's where you get the different. It's like a sausage. It's a cow. It's like a sausage. She said it looked like a sausage. It's a little sausage. Look at it. Don't you see the cow head right there? Where's it at? Fresh meat market. It's a sausage. It does look like. Now that you say that, it does look like a sausage. But it's weird because look at the feet. You see? Let me see. Turn it right here. Right. It's backwards. Right there and right there are the feet from the cow, and they're in white. I don't know why they did them in white, but it is what it is. We are giving away a heat press. Those right there, look. Whoa. Um, Let me see. I have a three. I have three embroidery machines, but they are all just 1 needle brothers. Sylvia says she has a three of them, 1 needles. Hey, whatever gets the job done. You know what I mean? See, Albert is gonna hate me. Albert said, "Did I look at his email?" We've been so busy today that I haven't looked at anybody's emails, and it's usually whenever I get done for the day, I sit down and I'll look at emails. Um, that's when I'll go through all of them. Look, there's a gang sheet. That's a gang sheet. But yes, I will look at your email. I promise you I will. And if I don't, Albert, if I don't, please email me back saying, "Hey Joe, this is just a reminder," because I'm telling you, like whenever my emails go down, like I try to get to them and then I forget. You know, I'm a human. I forget. I'll read it and I'll be like, I need to email them back, and I'll forget. So I need a reminder. See, Ramon, that's a professional right there. He said, I've always had 60 weight on 1 through 5 and 40 weight on 6 through 15. That's something to think about. I didn't see. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't always have to have. What I've learned is you don't have to have a 75 across the board. You don't have to have the 40 weight across the board. And then whenever it comes time to the design that comes in, then you're like, well, let me switch this design. Let me switch it from a 75 needle to a 65. And what was happening in the beginning is I would get those 75 needles and I'd put them on top of the machine and I wouldn't put them back into the containers, right? And then, but if you look at the needle, very, very, very tiny at the very, very tip, it tells you what size needle it is, right? Um, but instead of doing all that, I just started throwing them away. Like I was like, I don't even know what this is. I just throw them away. You don't have to do anything to join. We're just here. We're here, and we're gonna give it away eventually. We're gonna give it away probably by like 9 o'clock. We'll give away one of them. Yep, in black and green. I know I just got a bunch of hoodies in today. Um, yeah, there's nothing. Linda Figueroa, you don't have to do anything. Um, there's more people on YouTube right now, so if you join us on, you can stay here on Instagram if you want, but if you join us on YouTube, that's probably where we're gonna pick somebody from because there's just a lot more people. There's 45 people over here on YouTube. Um, so if you want to join over there, you can stay here, but if you want to join over there, that'd probably be better, right? Um, Blake, I just did get a whole bunch of hoodies in today. Sylvia, thank you, Sylvia. I'm just reading your comment. You said you're blessed. Thank you. Um, all right, AT Prince, take it easy. Someone said, what happened? True. Okay, Albert, I will. Did I miss anything game changing? No. Skank, Skank Hunt 42. No, we're gonna give these away right here. Good luck to whoever wins Joe's car. I don't have a car, right? So I don't have to worry about that. I don't have a car, so I don't have to worry about losing my car. Get paid over $600 Visa. And honestly, Novo works. That's how it should be. Joe, Lori needs a new camera for vlogs. She said, yeah, I told him. What is I'm looking at here? I don't know. I don't know. Tell Santa to approve it. Where do you get your hoodies from? So I order all my stuff from S&S Activewear. Um, but there is Sanmar, and all these companies are all over the United States, right? So here in Georgia, there's an SNS Activewear, probably like 2.5 hours from here, um, where when I order something, like I ordered today, so I'm hoping that it'll get here tomorrow or Wednesday. And if I order from Sanmar or Alpha Broader, it'll get here the next day too, because they're like in Florida from here. So that's good. Who else thinks I should get a camera? Hit the like button, you weirdos. Tori needs a new camera. Okay to smile. Pick me. Thank you, Joe, for sharing your knowledge with us. Marvin, no problem. If y'all got any questions, let me know. Let me know. Me and Rye have talked before too. You know what I mean? About getting a storefront or a commercial building. You know what I mean? Because it is scary. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Because not only do you have the overhead, you know what I mean? Um, then you have to have Wi-Fi, you have to have internet, right? And if anybody else in here um, has a building, knows that you do not pay the same for internet at a commercial building that you do for home, right? The amount of money that I pay for the internet here, I can have like the super, 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 super fast internet at home. So I'm getting a camera. I have one. I have a 4K camera. What do you need another one for? I don't use it all the time. I hardly use it now. You can use it. I still don't know what's going on. Neither do I. I don't even know why you're here. I don't even know why you're here. If you don't know what's going on, then you should just leave. Mike Tees, what's up? Guess I'm gonna pay taxes on all that cash I send my boys. I know, right? All that Cash App. Everybody, because everybody's always like, well, just Venmo, just Cash App, just PayPal. You know what I mean? But it eventually gonna catch up with you. You know what I mean? Since when? Nikki's here. How they looking, Michelle? She said, why is there blue all over the dang screen? The back of it. On the floor? Oh. That's the story of my floor over there. I know it's scary, but you are blessed and you are sharing your knowledge too. Appreciate that. Yeah, so like, and that's what I tell people. You know what I mean? I never told anybody that I purchased the Anatol Thunder. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want people to think that I was doing this out of my house and that I was doing really, really good out of my house, right? I don't tell people that I purchased the MT1501 because I didn't want people to think that that I was doing really, really good in this building, that I could just go out and buy an embroidery machine. You know what I mean? And that's what I tell people, like, this platform here, I don't make a living off of YouTube, but I make a living off of YouTube. And that's always been my saying, right? Because I don't have I have an okay following, you know what I mean? But I don't make thousands and thousands of dollars a month on YouTube, right? But I do make a lot of money off of sponsorship off of YouTube. So that's why I say I don't make a living off of YouTube, but I make a living off of YouTube because of the sponsors that have put their trust in us that do this to promote their stuff. You know what I mean? Someone on Instagram said, been in the business for 21 years and you definitely need to be prepared financially. And he's not lying. Yeah. I just want to make sure it wasn't he. And he's not lying, you know what I mean? You do, because you're not always gonna have those good months, you know what I mean? Um, like I'll give you a little insight here for me. My goal here daily is just a daily is $500 a day. That's what I want to bring in. $500 a day. So every day, it's not this ain't like Walmart or HEB or Costco's or any of those businesses where you just got people flocking to you every day because they need stuff. You know what I mean? Um, but my goal here in our print shop is $500 a day. You know what I mean? And there's we exceed it. You know what I mean? But there's days where it's like it cuts it close. There's days where it's like, oh, we didn't make it this day, but you know what? We had a really good day this day. We had a really, really good day this day, or we had a really, really good month. You know what I mean? To where you don't have to worry about, dang, I didn't make $500 that day. But that's my goal every single day is to bring in to this shop $500 a day. In the beginning, I was lucky to make $20 or $30 a day. You know what I mean? And it's still, and I'm still in like, um, I can't even see his name. He's been in the business 21 years. You know what I mean? I've seen people, I've seen people, I've seen videos, I guess I could say, people that saying they're making hundreds of $1,000s a month printing t-shirts, you know, and I believe it. I believe it. Because I can get there. You know what I mean? We can get there. We can get there, but you just have to be ready because you gotta think 100 if you're making $100,000 a month printing t-shirts, how much money are you putting back into it? You mean it's all a factor, you know what I mean? Here's one that I could tell you. um I just I don't like talking about money because then people always are like, oh, you're just bragging, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm just like I made $1,900 off of one embroidery job, right? But we paid like $800 on the hoodies, right? So do you actually make you don't actually pocket that? You know what I mean? You don't actually pocket $100,000. You got to figure all your polo 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 like the chicken in Spanish. All right, cool, got you. Polo, um, pollo, pollo, polo. You know what I mean? So that's what I tell people. You know what I mean? You have to be you have to be ready for those ups and downs. You know what I mean? Um, and it's always an up and down. You know what I mean? Because every day, I mean, I can show you jobs that we have here on the floor. So am I worried? Yeah. Then the taxes, right? Am I worried about hitting $500 a day? No, not really. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, because we'll hit like a $500 day, and then another day we'll hit like a 2 grand day, and I'm like, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Um, and I can show you I can show you totes on the floor because we're trying to get organized with stuff. So we went out and I was just putting stuff in boxes, and then I was like, okay, we got to do this one, we got to do this one, we got to do this one. Um, but you know, I was starting to get confused with everything. You know what I mean? It was becoming overwhelming because it was just me. In the beginning, it was just me, right? And I had a job come in and I would randomly put it somewhere and I'll be like, all right, I know what this is for, right? But now I have my daughter working here and my sister-in-law working here. And when I put something randomly there and I know what it's for and they come in behind me and they grab it and they move it, then I'm like, where did it go? You know what I mean? So that's what I was saying. We have too many, like we're a work in progress, and we've figured it out now. But in the beginning, we were just like, not even the beginning. This was just like a couple months ago that we've been doing this together. All three of us is like, we got to figure this out because we got too many people putting their hands on stuff, and then we're losing it, and then we have to reorder it, and then we reorder it, and we print it, and then we find it, and now we're stuck with it. You know what I mean? So we've worked it out. You know what I mean? We're like, okay, when these boxes come in, you go through it, you figure it out, what goes with what, and the rest of it usually goes on our shelves because um we slowly started carrying clothing here, and a lot of people buy hoodies and shirts and stuff like that from us now. Um, is it? I mean, it's extra income that comes in. You know what I mean? Because people will come in here, and it's like a one stop shop because they can come in here and they'll send me like today we did Bell. Y'all saw my Instagram. Bell was doing some hoodies earlier today, and we had just got in the our bulk order of hoodies, and then um, they were like, "Oh, I need a small, a medium, and an extra large," and we had just got them in. So I was like, "Cool, it's good," because they come in, and the last thing you want to do is hold on to all this inventory because then that's just your money sitting there. You know what I mean? So for us to get them in and get them out, I love it. You know what I mean? Let's see this one. Shut up and rap. I'm gonna put some powder on it real quick. Havoc, hello, how you doing? Um, and then the taxes, and then the taxes. Yep, the taxes come in. But it's always good. You know what I mean? The only time you have to worry about taxes is if you're doing something wrong. If you're doing something wrong, then you got to worry about your taxes. You know what I mean? But that's a write off. You know what I mean? So whenever I do my taxes at the end of the year, and I'm just gonna throw a number out there. Say I made $40,000 this year, right? And that thing costs say 15, 20,000. So out of that 40,000, you write that off, only made 20,000, right? Minus all the other expenses in here. So it's probably going to be the negative, you know what I mean? And that's what people do, you know what I mean? They like to purchase stuff to make it balance out, you know what I mean? Yeah, I put powder on these. Is that what you're asking? So that's what I was doing over there. Let me see. See if this mic doesn't disconnect again. Yeah. So I put powder. That is my little thing of powder right there. It looks like a cat box, a cat litter box. That's it right there. And then we put that brown thing around it because the powder goes everywhere, right? So we have it in there so that whenever it comes time to clean it up, we just take that box outside and we dump it out, right? Well, let me show you all. Right there, right? That's what I was talking about. That right there. And then that's the heat press that I'm using. It's just hovering over it. That's why it's not popping up. But then the powder, when it comes out, the powder turns into an adhesive, right? I don't know if you can see the glare on that. So the glare, now it's an adhesive. You can heat press it to a shirt. So they look like this. I'm doing these for there's a restaurant opening. There's a new restaurant opening up in our shopping center, a Mexican restaurant, and I'm doing all their t-shirts and aprons and all that good stuff. So that's another exciting thing that we got coming up. We can't find the aprons that they want right now. Let's see. You put powder on it. Yeah. So I put powder on it. I'll show you. I got to do some more. Let me see. Do you ever have to worry about copyright infringement? I don't do so. If someone brings me something, I won't do it. You know what I mean? I won't do it. You know what I mean? So E-Tray said this here. I had a guy come in the other day that worked for Kia. He worked for Kia, and he was like, "Hey, I just want to get some shirts embroidered with the word the." He pulled up. We pulled up the. My daughter was pulling it up. The Kia logo or whatever, and he was like, "Can you just embroider that on some shirts so I can have them at work?" And I was like, "I would love to. If I was doing this from home, I would do it for you. I wouldn't care." But being that I have a business, I said I have to be careful. I have to protect myself when it comes time to doing that. I said, but what I can tell you is if you go back, you talk to the general manager of Kia or whoever the person that is in charge over there, ask them if you can get it done, right? And if they will let you get it done, then I'm all for it because if I do one for him and then the rest of the employees or whoever's in charge of purchasing their stuff for the year um, is like, hey, we need to get some stuff done, guess where they're going to come. You know what I mean? And it's not, to me, it's not about making that sell off of that one guy. It's about making that sell off of the whole Kia company that's here local, if I can. You know what I mean? So this is the paper that I'm using right here. I don't use the DTF paper from Omniprint because they're hot peel. I didn't like the hot peel. And then when it came to the cold peel, I loved the cold peel that they had, right? But it sucked because whenever I would call to get some, they were always out. You know what I mean? So I did find another store that carries them, and their stuff is really, really good. And the one that I ordered from them, you could do it. You could do hot peel or cold peel with the same paper. That's what I like about that one. What printer are you using? I'm using the FreeJet 330 TX Plus. Yeah, dang it. And I can do stuff like this. The only thing about this one is the image that you see here is a matte finish. It's not a glossy finish. It's a matte finish, not a glossy finish. Let me go back. I got you, Rye. Great. That means you are very loyal. Yeah, and that's what I tell people. If Sylvia is referring to the question about the copyright infringement thing, I would rather not do that one job than get in trouble for doing that one job. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you, I did do it one time when I first got in here. Someone came from a karate studio and asked me, "Hey, can you put this on? Can you put my son's logo on his karate gi?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could do it," and I did it. And then the people contacted me and were like, "Hey, we we make the money off of the geese whenever the parents come to us. We send them to get done. So I would appreciate it if you didn't do them." And I was like, "Cool, that was it, done. I'll never do them again, unless the guy later on saw my work and was like, you know what? Let me see what they'll charge me. See if it's cheaper than them." Because I didn't do it on purpose. I was just hungry in the beginning, because like we all are, right? Until you get that little slap in the face, and then you got to really rethink what you're doing, and you can't do those types of things. You know what I mean? Joe, when you take the next DTF off, yeah, I can show you. So even with mine, you see this? Here it is, right here. I purchased the heated platen because what I was getting was the more white underbase going to send you a message, always willing to share knowledge with others in the business. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Send me a message. Um, I I uh, I purchased that one. I do have the other one. the one that it came with. This is the one that it comes with, right? This is the one it comes with. But I purchased the heated platen, which is, so y'all can see it too. Let me see. Can you see it? Get off of me. Right there. So that right there, that's the heated platen. For you guys on YouTube, that's the heated platen right there. And what it does is those little things in the back are fans. So what it's doing is it's blowing air out. And on top of it, on top of the, try to stand this thing up. It's going to keep falling. It's like on some little arms. Cool. Don't fall. Right. And with that heated platen, it's a vacuum also. So like whenever you see them using these printers right here with that metal one, you have to put water. You could put water on it, and whenever you put water on it, it holds your print in place. If that makes sense, right? Or you can put some tape at the bottom of it, so whenever you put it up to it, you press the piece of tape over it, and it holds your image in place, right? But with this one here, it's got little holes, like, so it's like one of those air hockey machines, right? It's got those type of little holes, but instead of blowing air out, it's blowing the air in, or it's blowing the air out of the back of it, wherever it's at, right there. It's blowing the air out the back, pulling the air in, holding down the transfer as it's printing. And then it also, if you can see this right here, let me see. Let me move you over here. Maybe y'all can see it over here. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe. This little thing right there, that is a temperature gauge. So, and it reads in Celsius. But what I can do is turn the heat up on it. So as it's printing it, it's also drying it, right? So it prevents the migration of the red and black, right? Whenever I first started printing with it, I was getting a lot of that migration, and I couldn't figure out why. Even Blue, where's his name? I just saw you comment on here a little while ago. Blue something. If you're on here, Blue. If you're on here, say something. Jason, what's up? So I was getting a lot of migration, and even Blue, man, what's the name? Blue something had messaged me on Instagram if I was getting the same thing, and I was like, yes, I am. And then I found out what it's not what I was doing. It's just the way the inks were wet. You know what I mean? So when the inks are wet, then you put the powder on top of it, and then you put it underneath the heat platen, it tends to bleed a little bit. So I was like, I've already wasted I charged $10 a print, right? So the amount of prints that I had already thrown away was more than $600, right? So it was a no-brainer. I was like, let's just buy this. It's $600 for. Stop it. Why does it sound like that? Hold on. I can't carry y'all with me. Use those red ones up here because they're easier to cut. All right, my fault. I would take you guys over there, but then I have to carry the laptop and my phone. So she's doing she's doing these right here. she's embroidering these. And from over here, I heard something that didn't sound right and wanted to go check it out. And she had a bird nest on the bottom or on the inside of this. Instagram, TikTok just took a face plant. So yeah, that's what happened. She had a bird. I heard it like stitching weird, and I was like, stop it. But underneath here, there was like a little bird nest starting. So I told her to stop it. So gotta cut that off to keep it going. Blue Tongue, yes, Blue Tongue Inc. LLC. That's who it was. They have the same printer that I have, and they were messaging me if I had ever got the migration with that. Um, Yeah, so John even says it too, but with that heated platen right there, it prevents all of that. And sometimes you'll still get it. Don't get me wrong, John. Sometimes you'll still get a little bit of it, but then whenever we notice it, we'll leave it on there. Like after it prints, we'll leave it on there for a little bit longer so that it will dry, not dry the ink, but it will then like I guess dry it, but not fully dry it to where you could put the powder on there, put it under the heat press, and you don't have to worry about it, the migration. John said, "I'm making my own for under 600." I believe it, but I don't have time to. I don't got time for all that. It's just easier for me to order it and be like, put it on there, use it. The Omni FreeJet 330 TX Plus is about 25K. He ain't lying. So, but with the 25K, you get that. I got this. I don't know about everybody, but I got this, that. I got the direct to garment pre-treat machine. I did get that, the new one that they just came out with. And then the 16 by 20 heat press that you saw over there. I also got that. Um, do you have to pay taxes? Just wait. Just wait. Do you have to pay taxes on Cash App this year, or do you have to start next year? I don't know. That would suck for people like at work. Like we have at work we have a refrigerator and they fill it up with like drinks and snacks, right? And then if you want something, you just go in there and you grab it and you just pay with your Cash App. So that one person would have to pay taxes on that. Hmm. That is weird. All right, so I'm gonna do the giveaway for the local person here in the local area, right? So for the local person that I'm giving the heat press to is gonna be the 16 by 20. No, not a 16 by 20. It's one of these right here. One of those. And we're gonna give away the slide out one, which is this one. Can you see that? That one right there. All right, hold on. So you asked to see it before it had any powder on it. So there it is. Before it has powder on it. See, like with some of these right here, whenever you are using the regular platen and you're doing that, some of this stuff right here, the white ink, sometimes will smear because it's so thick. Depending on what you're putting, I'm doing a 95% on the color, and I'm doing 95 on the color and 72% on the white underbase. Right, so I'm gonna add powder to it. So here it is with the powder, right? Can you see the difference? Not sure if that's doing any justice or not. But that's with the powder on it. I think the phone on TikTok is better. You can see powder on there. And then I'm gonna put it under the heat press. Let it hover there for 90 seconds. I do mine for 90 seconds. If I do it in the conveyor dryer over there, I just run it through there probably like 50, 60 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, John, no problem. So this first one we're doing local only, right? So the first one that we're doing local only, right? And then the second one, I'm gonna do that one. We're gonna do it online, right? Yeah, you have to pay for the shipping. Uh, Brandford, I don't want to mess up your first name. Yeah, so if you do have the FreeJet 330 TX Plus, look into that Platen right there. It helps out a lot, right? If you're doing prints and you're getting that migration, or if you're like um, John, make your own. I know people that make their own Platens too, right? This is the paper that I'm using. I'll show you the paper that I'm using and where I get it from. This comes 200 in a package, and I get it from DTF Superstore. They are in Arizona. DTF Superstore. And what this says right here, it says this is the printing side. So let me get that real quick. Look at that. 2-on-1. I was saying this is they're in Arizona. And it says this is the printing side. So the thing about this paper here is both sides look the same, right? So both sides look the same. So one thing we do is we leave it inside of here so that as we need them, we just pull them out because you don't want to print on the wrong side of this paper. Because whenever you print on the wrong side of the paper, it just smears everywhere, right? And it says instructions both for hot and cold peel, which is cool, right? 8 to 10 seconds. Wait at least 5 seconds before peeling. Rough side is the printing side. Back side is glossy. It's not glossy, but if they say so, right? Yeah. So the ones I was buying from Omni, they sell them by the hundreds. They sell the 100 packs, and the DTF Superstore sells them by 200. And that's why I like ordering my DTF stuff from them. Damn, boy, what's up, man? How you doing? How do I enter? Hey there, Joe, Texas Finest. What's up, Frankie? Frankie's over there on TikTok. Um, it's best if you just go to YouTube. There's only like 2 people over here. We got more over here, or if you're on both, whatever. You know what I mean? We got 61 people over here on YouTube, right? So you guys could come over here. We're gonna be doing um, the giveaway. We're doing the local one, right? And the local one that we're doing, that I'm giving away the local one to, is to Roderick Bermudez, right? So if I don't know if Rod's here or not. Roderick Bermudez, he's local, and that one is for you, right? And then we're gonna give away that one, not because I paid for it, because they sent it to me and they were like, "Here, do a video on it, and then whenever you get done with the video, do whatever you want with it." So I'm giving them away. All right. So Roderick Bermudez, if you're here, if not, I'll get in touch with you and let you know. All right. But Roderick Bermudez, you're the winner for the 6. You're gonna expect it, right? The 11 by 15. I'm not local, but I am local. Insane in the membrane. Roderick Bermudez, right? Only 11 likes. Man, we're about to. Can't even get a like, man. Can't even get a like for a giving away a heat press or nothing. What are you doing with that one? What are you doing with that one? That one's the good one. That's the good one. All the other ones are the bad ones. Yeah, I printed. So I didn't print it wrong, right? I had a customer. Oh, okay. My bad. Appreciate that. Um, someone said only so many likes, right? But like I was saying, I didn't print a job wrong, right? Someone wanted their sleeves done, right? They wanted the sleeves done. So I was like, all right, cool. They sent me a picture of the sleeves, right? The way they wanted it. And whenever I printed whenever she sent me the image, she sent me two different images, and I was like, "You sent me two different images with the sleeves, one going this way and one going this way, right?" So I was like, "Which way is it supposed to be?" And yeah, see, look, CJ was even in the house when that happened. Um, so I was like, "Which way do you want it to go?" And she said, "So we'll just say like this: Do you want it to be like A or do you want it to be like B?" And she said, "Oh, I want it to be like A." So I was like, "Right, just to let you know, A is facing this way." And she's like, "Yep, that's how I want it." So I was like, "Cool." And then I printed them. Not only that, check this out. I printed the picture out. I printed out the picture. I put it on the press, and I was looking at the picture. I was looking at the press. I was looking at my stencil, and I was like, "Yep, this looks like that." Yep, stamped it, went and burned the screen, washed it out, printed all the hoodies, and they were wrong. They were wrong, but it wasn't my fault. But Rodrigo says, Roderick is my name in English. Does that mean I won? What's your last name? Bermudez? Yeah, so just to give y'all proof that I am giving it away whenever he shows up here, I'll take a little Instagram clip with him to show you guys that I did give it away to him. All right, so we got one more. We're gonna give away one more. Merry Christmas to Roderick Bermudez. Hopefully, this could kick off what it kicked off for me. You never know. What did you do? Um, I am Jack. What did I do? You talking about the hoodie situation? It can be. Gotta have the Bermudas. Um, the person that I am, I'm gonna redo him. This is the person I am. Um, but it's all good. You know what I mean? And that's what I tell the girls that work here now. Like when someone comes in here and they're like, "I want this. I want my name." Let me show you one that I just did a little while ago. Let me put away this. Let me start another one real quick. Michelle. All right, cool. Hopefully I didn't show you my underwears. My bad if I did. So here we are, right? This is what I just did a little while ago, right? If you can see that, faith, right? A girl came in here and she said, "I want to make a sticker with my name, Faith, and I want a heart at the end of it," right? So I did that. But what I'm trying to tell them is that you have to be very specific with these people, right? With your customer, because you how high do you want it? I want it. How long do you want it, right? Because I could print something that's going on a window for a car, right? And I do it the way I want it, and then they come in and are like, "Well, actually, I wanted it like 1 inch by 10 inches," and then I'm like, "So you have." That's what I tell people. You have to be very specific. What I tell the girls, when someone comes in and they want something done, you have to make sure we cover ourselves all the way through it, all the way through it, because I've learned ever since I started doing this. If you're not and you didn't cover it and you did it and the customer didn't know about it, and then they could just say, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. You know what I mean? So when they came in, I was like, how big do you want it? She said 3 inches. Well, how long do you want it? She said 10. So that's exactly what I did. So whenever they come in and they're like, no, that's not what I wanted, I could say, look, right here, we said 3 inches tall, 10 inches wide, in chrome, faith with a heart at the end. 3 inches by 10 inches, faith with a heart at the end. See that? That's what we did. So Connie, what's going on? It's all about the detail. It is, you know what I mean? Because then someone will come back and say, no, they're supposed to go the other way. So then I'm just like, okay. Joe said, don't worry about it. I'll redo them for you. #1 store in Georgia. That's what's up, CJ. Appreciate that. Keep up the hustle, Richard. Appreciate that. What's a good, reasonable price starter printer? So whenever you say printer, who was that? E-Tray. What's a good I got to go back and read some of these comments because I want to know what Lori was laughing about and what Lily was talking about. Let's see. But a good printer. So let's talk about a printer, right? Depending on what you want to do. Did I win? No, Lori, you didn't win. Did you refund or reprint? I'm going to reprint. I'm going to reprint them, right? So I was like, I'll reprint them. And I'll take the hit for it. You know what I mean? And then the husband was here, which is my buddy. We worked together. And he was like, I knew that was what's up. I knew you were going to do that. He's like, you're not going to reprint it. He's like, I got it. Don't worry about it. So I was like, no, man. Like, it was a misunderstanding. And I got it. And he's like, nope. So in the long run, he's going to pay for it. You know what I mean? So it's all good. It worked out. You know what I mean? Because me, I showed her. We sat down together. I said, this is what I saw. And this is what I printed. Am I wrong or I right? Am I wrong or am I right? And she's like, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? So it's her print. That's what I'm saying. She sent me 2 pictures. They were both different. One was one way and one was the other way. So I was like, well, how do you want it? Do you want it this way or do you want it this way? And she said, I want it this way. So I printed it this way, which was backwards, right? So I mean, I didn't know. This one was the right way. This one was backwards, but it's all good. It is what it is, right? We'll move on. Let's see what else we got. Keep up the hustle. Appreciate it. Reasonable starter for the printer. So we're going to go. Christmas is ruined now. Let's see. CJ, you're still online, though. You might win. You never know. What is a E-Tray 5? So E-Tray 5, you're still here. And I'll show you. G-Money, I'll show you. Did you make it yourself? We did. I didn't make it. My sister-in-law, Emily, made them, and she did a really, really good job, and I still use them today. There's some things that I'm changing up on them just because this next year I'm going up on prices. Inflation, right? We got to go up, right? We got to keep it legit. If Walmart and all those other companies can go up, why can't us little print shops go up a couple cents here and there every year, you know what I mean? But we'll come back to that G-Money and I'll show you what I use. But for now, printer, all depends on what you want to do, right? I have 3 different printers that I use here. Wait, I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have a DTG printer. That's direct to garment, right? But then they came out with the plugins for it where you can do DTF, right? So now I can do DTF prints. And that's mainly what I do on this thing. If I was doing DTG prints, that thing would not hardly be running. And it's probably not, I'm not saying that it won't, but when a customer comes in here and they ask me, how much would it cost for you to print this on a shirt DTG, there's a process. You know what I mean? You got to put it into the I don't even know what it's called because I hardly use it. The direct treater, right? You got to pre-treat the shirt, then you got to dry the shirt, then you got to heat press the shirt to dry all of that stuff. You got to dry it, and then after you do all that, then before you can even print it, you have to do all that. Then you can print it right onto the shirt, and it looks really really cool, and it feels really really good. You know what I mean? But it's a process, so you charge for your process. So for like a shirt, if you want a shirt printed direct to garment on the front, I think we charge like $20, $20 to do that, and that's including the shirt, right? Next level or a Bella canvas, or if you want to go with the Gildan, by all means, you go with the Gildan, right? So those are the ones that I use, right? That's one that I use. The other one I use, I have the Epson 27 whatever, right? Let me show you. Right there. That's my shipping station. I didn't convert it. I don't use it as a sublimation printer. None of that stuff. That's all that I use right there for my for sublimation, right? That's all I use. For that, wherever it's at, right there. And then down here on the bottom, I did buy that little Rolo printer, which is really, really cool because I can on Shopify, I can print my labels directly from there. So all my online orders, whenever it comes time to it, all I do is print and it prints it right out. And then you can do stuff like this. And then you can do stuff like this. So on all my packages, I make these. You can see this. I make these right here. And you could do those, right? Let's get out of this one. Get out of this one. Get out of this one. This one. This one. So these right here, I just go to that Canva website or whatever it's called, and you can create this for free. Once I create this for free, I'm trying to go live over here on Instagram, if I can figure it out somehow, some way. There.
I didn't want to work a 9 to.
Nope, that's not it. There it is. I didn't want to work the 9 to 5, so now I work 24/7. All right. So I can make these on Canva, right? I make this. So I go to Canva. I find this little circle thing here. I create my image inside of it, and then I save it. And then I go to the Rolo or whatever that machine is called that I bought, Bunyai or whatever, and I create this circle off of Canva that tells you what the size is. I create this label on my printer. I add a label, create the circle, and then I could just print this to it, right? So that's how I'm doing all of these labels for this right now. I'm using that. What's up, everybody? We're over here on Instagram now. So if you guys are here on Instagram, check it out. We just gave away one of those heat presses on YouTube, right? We just gave away that one to a local person, and we're going to give that one away in a little bit to someone here, either live on YouTube, live on Instagram, whatever. We're just doing our thing. Huh? What?
I think you said a local.
I gave away a local one, right? And I'm giving away an online one next, right? So that's what I'm doing, right? So those are three of the printers that I use. I use the Canon Pixma 6820 for my films whenever I'm doing screen printing. That's what I use over there. And then I do have the Sawgrass 800. And then Blake, if Blake is still here, Blake was doing sublimation. Things weren't going right for him. We're getting ready to buy another sublimation Sawgrass printer for the vinyl stand because they're always wanting me to print stuff, and we're just so busy we don't have time to print stuff for the vinyl stand. So I was telling Lori, I was like, I'm just going to buy you one because it's just going to make it so much easier. You guys can learn the Sawgrass. See, I did buy her something for Christmas. I bought her the Sawgrass. Lily, she don't need a camera. She got the Sawgrass. So I bought her. I bought the vinyl stand. I bought Lori the Sawgrass 500. So she got the Sawgrass 500 now, which is better than my Sawgrass 800, right? Because it's wireless and you could print from wherever and do all that fancy stuff, right? Here's another one. So you can do all that fancy stuff. You look at this. This stuff looks like it's already dry. Look at that. Don't even look wet anymore. from what we're doing, right? We put some powder on it, put it under the heat press. But so those are some of the printers that I use. I know that was like a little probably in depth too much about what you're asking for about those printers, right? We're just talking about you, Blue Tongue. You left us on YouTube. We're just talking about you. But yeah, those are some of the printers I use. So you're asking what's the best printer to use? It all depends on, like I always tell everybody, it all depends on your budget, right? So get whatever's in your budget. All right, cool, man. That's the size I need. That's 11 by 11 and a half. 11 and a half by 16 and a quarter, right? The paper's a little bit bigger than that. But if I tell y'all the actual size of the paper, trust me, y'all try to print all the way to the edge right there and right there. Y'all try to max it out. So I gotta put a border on you guys. All right, so I saw someone ask a question. Newbie here, what's the difference between DTG and the other? So directed garment, so there's sublimation and directed garment. Sublimation can only be printed on 6535 or polyester 65 and above, right? So if you have polyester fabric 6535, you could print to it, but it's not going to be as bright, right? You have to have 100% polyester to get the best view or the best image, right? The brightest image, the sharpest image, whatever you want to call it, right? With direct to film like this can go on anything. 100% cotton. I could put that on black, right? Someone the other day ordered. I guess I should put some instructions on the website because someone ordered a print from the website and then told me they messaged me and was like, "Hey, I think I did something wrong." And I was like, "What happened?" They're like, whenever I press this image, sublimation image to this blue hoodie, I don't think it printed right. And I'm like, well, that's the problem. I said, that's the problem is that you can't press sublimation on dark garments, right? It has to be a light colored garment. So just know that. It's only gonna all you're gonna do is dye the garment with the ink. That's it, right? So that's the difference. It was DTG and the other. So sublimation, light colors, polyester, DTG. You could print that on whatever. Damn, I don't know, man. Something's up. Let's see what else we got. It's weird because like I'll hold in a cough and then all of a sudden it'll just be like raw. I've had a cough for like a week now. Ray says the Raiders. Bruce says the Raiders. Ramon says, let's just to let everyone know the Raiders won. So did the Cowboys. Everybody's like, oh, the Cowboys are going to be out in the first playoff game. Can you? No, don't use the gold. That's too expensive for that crap. Can you bring me an order form? Do I have one right here? I have one right here, but it's written on. And I don't want to show you someone's information. So let me get a good one. So my sister-in-law, Emily, made this on Excel. She made this on Excel. She did a really good job on this. And then we're able to just print them out. So there's the front of it. And then we have our embroidery. Some of the things that we're going to add on here, I think we already did. No, so right here it just says screen printing setup. I'm going to add a line up here above the 15. Wait, I'm confused. Right here. Above the $15, we're going to add a 25. And then we're going to come all the way across over there and add digitizing. We're going to add a digitizing fee on there and then $25. And then artwork fee too, because a lot of people will send me an image and then just be like, I want this on a shirt. That's not how it happens. We all know that. See what else we got. CJ said Christmas is ruined. You'll be all right, CJ. 15% off of DTG prints. Not right now, till I get out of here. Damn. Joe, for DTG, which one is better? The Epson? I can't tell you, Marvin. I can't tell you. This is what I've always told everybody. So this is what he said if you guys didn't see it. Joe, for DTG, which one's better? The Epson Sure Color or the Free Jet? So, shit. Damn it. My bad. Which one is better? I can only speak for what I have, right? That's all I can tell you. I have the Free Jet 330 TX Plus, and I love it. You know what I mean? This machine is running all day. You know what I mean? And tomorrow it's gonna run all day. Like right now, I'm still doing stuff. These are online orders that I'm doing right now. Soul, I know I just saw Soul in here. Soul something.
I hit the red button.
No, hit stop. It's got to cool down.
Okay.
This chick trying to burn my stuff up over there. About to fight. I can only speak for what I have. That's what I would tell everybody. When it comes to converting, I saw someone ask a question about converting a printer to sublimation. I can't tell you to do that because I've never done it. You know what I mean? I went with the Sawgrass 800 right from the start, and that's what I've always used. Soul Train, I think that was his name. I've always gone with that printer. So when someone asks me, do you recommend converting a printer? I can't do that because I've never used it. Lori wanted to do one, and I said nope. I said don't do it. I said because if you don't use it all the time, then you're gonna have problems with it. You know what I mean? I'd rather spend the extra money to get what is right and it's gonna work right and it's for that, and you don't have to worry about the head clogging. So what happens with sublimation and what can happen with this is if you not this and not the Sawgrass 800, but the people that convert those printers into a DTG printer, convert the printer, the white one that I have down there, the Epson 27 whatever, or the 47 that they have. Whenever you're doing something like that and you go ahead and you convert it, you have to make sure that you're constantly using it. If you're not going to use it for a couple days, you just have to randomly print something because that print head is going to dry up. And when a print head dries up, then you're screwed, right? Appreciate whoever just made an order right now. Appreciate you. If you don't constantly use it, the print head's going to dry up, right? And that's the good thing about the sublimation printer. As long as you leave it plugged in, that thing will turn on. It'll cycle the ink. And then boom, it's gone, right? And it's good because it's constantly cleaning that head. Same thing with this. At the end of the night, I power it down, I turn it off, and I turn it back on. And then throughout the night, it will turn on and it'll cycle the ink for you, right? And then, like John Murray said, the Free Jet 330 is the best because it has the bulk and bulk ink. Bulk inks. Oh, bulk inks. Where do you go? Bulk inks and not cartridges. And it's the wet, and it has the wet cap station. And it's awesome. You know what I mean? And John, look at me over here. Look, I order. Where's it at? Right there. So that right there is the what he's talking about for the wet cap station. I have two of them. I ordered two of them because I like to keep my stuff clean. So I have this one, and then I have another one behind it. Check it out. See, I got two of them, and I tell the girls when y'all are using this, as soon as you run out of this one, let me know because I'm gonna order another one. Because the last thing I want to do is be stuck without this stuff. Because if you don't have that, you can pretty much be ready for your printer to just clog up, right? So I make sure we're all on the same page over here. As soon as you run out of one bottle, you let me know because I'm gonna place another order for another one because the stuff that I order comes from California and I'm in Georgia. It's gonna take about a week to get here. Same thing with my inks, right? Same thing with my inks. Whenever I order my inks, I say when it gets to this line right here, you need to let me know. This ink will last forever. This lasts forever. But when it gets to here, you need to let me know because I need to order some more because this will last probably 2 weeks, right? But just to be on the safe side, because you never know, I want to make sure because you never know. Stuff gets lost in transit and all that other good stuff. And then whenever I first started with the 330 TX Plus, I was ordering the 500 milliliters of white, right? But now I order it by the gallon, which is that one right there. Because it just felt like I was ordering like every week, every other week. I just felt like I was putting in an order, and I'm like, man, that's too much. You know what I mean? So I'd rather just spend the extra money because this stuff ain't cheap if you do this right. I ordered this one, the whole gallon, and now I'm ordering like once a month, right? Like we sit down, I'm like, all right, what do I need? Boom, order it all at one time. It's gonna cost a lot, but you know what? I'm not gonna have to make that order until next month, so we'll be good. You know what I mean? Because y'all know if y'all have this stuff, this ain't cheap. So yeah, that's what I would say. Exactly what John said about the 330 TX Plus. Ray, they be sending a screenshot and say make a shirt out of this. I had a lady come in here today, and I tell them I could do it, but we're going to charge you $25 for the artwork. And some people are like, I don't care, go for it. So I charge them right then and there for the artwork before it's even done, because sometimes you'll have those what I call in the moment people. When they come in, they're in the moment and they're like, yes, I want that. Charge them for it, because if not, like especially for artwork, right? They come in, they're like, I want this logo, I want it redone, I want to make it so I can print it on shirts. You redo it, and then you never hear from them again. Then you're stuck with nothing. You know what I mean? But as long if you charge them for it up front, if they don't call you back or they don't come back, you still got something out of it. You know what I mean? You still got paid for your time. That was me, and I think I messed up. I put shipping, but I would like to pick them up. Is this yours? Oh, you just put an order right now? All right. Just let me know your order number, and because I can't look at it right now, but I'll look at your order. If you're here local, then I'll just hold it for you, and I'll refund you the shipping so that you can get your money back for that. John says, Joe, having a spare in your military training, and I am different. I am a Vietnam vet. Thank you for your service. I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, I was talking to someone the other day, and because I was like, I've had some. There's a, what is it called when you have to reset the counter on this thing, because a lot of the components in here are from a regular printer. So it comes to a point where you have to reset the counter on it, and that's not a big deal. It comes with they send you the software that you need, and then you just put it in the system, and then you get it done that way, right? But at the same time, things are going to happen. It's just the nature of the beast, you know what I mean? But with that counter, that reset counter, that thing, they said it's not supposed to happen till about a year of having it. I've only had this thing for probably 6 months, and it's happened twice. Because I'm telling you, like, I'm not lying, I'm not making this stuff up. Like, this thing runs all day long. Like, my daughter, that's all she does. She comes in, she sits here, and she runs this machine all day long. All day long. It's crazy. And it's good. It's a good thing, you know what I mean? Because now with this, I don't have to turn around. I don't have to turn away those jobs that only want one, or those high detailed jobs where, like, how many people would screen print this You know what I mean? Unless you're doing CMYK printing, you know what I mean? Um, I bought the inks to do it. I just don't have the time to try it out. What are you giving away? I'm giving away that right there. Where we at? Right there. I'm giving that one away. Those of you on Instagram, I'm giving this one away. You got to pay for shipping. Ramon, I'll dance. Get him, girl. Hello from Illinois. This is my first time on. Just purchased the machine. What kind of machine did you buy? Cotton. Joe, I'm gonna fight. What did you say? I'm gonna fight your friend Ramon. And we can both take him. We'll both take down the Cholo. We'll both take down Ramon the Cholo. They've been sending screenshots. Yep, I get it all the time. I think I read that one. Let me see. Go back. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, but I was talking to someone the other day, and they were like, order the not the repair kit or something like that you can order the kit that when one of the things go down in there, you just replace it all automatically. And I think that's what I need to do, is because I cannot run out of supplies. I cannot run out of paper. I cannot run out of ink. I cannot run out of cleaning solution. We had just got down to like those blue bottles, very little, and I was like, if we run out of that, we cannot use the machine. Like, we cannot use it, because then we can't clean it. And if you can't clean it, then it's really gonna put you out of commission, right? So I was like, do not, like I told my daughter, we have to try to not run out of this blue stuff, because if we do, we're done. And so, but luckily we did it. Like today, she was like, "Hey, did you order more ink?" I was like, "I told you we needed some more," and I was like, "Let me check." Oh yeah, it should be here tomorrow. So I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I ordered it last week, but it's just with shipping. Shipping's crazy right now. Everybody knows that. I know that, but it's crazy. You know what I mean? Lupita, first time watching your live. What kind of print was? So those are direct to film. These are direct to film. These can go on any type of garment. It doesn't have to be polyester. Doesn't have to be that. You could even do a bell. Someone came in the other day and wanted some shirts done. So she did some shirts, and then he wanted some hats done, and she did a really good job on that stuff. I'll show you. We're going to put another one on there. Let me do it. So that one's set up. We're gonna let it print, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like in a minute. I want a DTF printer. What do you suggest? KPB. That's on Instagram. So what I'll tell you is I can only recommend what I have, right? I won't tell you to go out and convert one. I won't tell you to go out and buy one of those white toner printers, because I know people that have white toner printers, and they buy DTF prints from me. So just know that. But like I said, I can only tell you from experience, from what I use. I use the FreeJet 330 TX Plus, wherever it's at. Where you at? Right? there. So it's hard, and it's hard to tell you, like, I know you want to say just starting out, you know what I mean? It's rough because if you're gonna do something like that, it's a big investment to get something like this. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, it's a really big investment. You know what I mean? So if you have the customer base for it, then I would go for this right here. Um, you know what I mean? Because it's well worth it. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing. What printer would you recommend for? That's the same thing I would tell you, Lupita. Same thing I just told the person on Instagram. Um, the white toner printers, those prints that you see people doing on TikTok, where it comes out of a regular printer, and then what they don't show you is after they print this out on a piece of paper, they print it out on a sheet like this, right? Then what they have to do is they have to get this and they have to heat press it to the sticky stuff, right? They stick it on, they stick it onto a sticky stuff, they heat press it, and then they wait for it to get cool. They peel it apart. And when they peel it apart, the sticky stuff stays on there. So you're paying for not only this paper, but you're also paying for the sticky paper that has to apply to that. Okay, I get it. I gotta pay for the powder, but the powder, I get a 4-pound bag of powder for like $30. Don't quote me on that, but it's not expensive. It's really cheap, and it lasts forever because you got to think on these right here. I could put the powder on there, but when I put the powder on there and I take it off, hardly any powder stays on there. You know what I mean? And that's what I would say. Um, if you're gonna do something, like someone else said, if you're gonna do heat press, let me see where he's at. All I see is Go Navy. D Strong, what's going on? Super crazy. And Soana, and that's what I tell people. Whenever I do my videos on these right here, I don't tell people to go out and purchase these. These are beginner. These are like very, very beginner ready heat presses, right? And I will recommend these for anybody that is just starting out because I would hate to tell you, I got two 16 by 20s, right? Let me show you. Hopefully this doesn't disconnect, right? So what we got here? What is this? What is this? Get off of it. So if you look at everything's just falling. Chill. All right. So let me show you. So there's a 16 by 20 and there's a 16 by 20. So I have two 16 by 20 heat presses, right? That I use every day, right? We use one. This one that we have right here. This one is dedicated to curing DTF prints, right? So it's set. The height of it is set to where all we do is cure DTF prints all day long, right? And then when people come in and they want stuff DTF put onto a shirt, then we have the other heat press over there so that we don't have to fluctuate the time. So the DTF cures at 400 degrees, right? For 90 seconds. So if someone came in and was like, I want to get this print right here and I want you to put it on a shirt, then we have to print it, put it under the heat press for 400 degrees for 90 seconds. And then we have to turn the heat press down to 325 degrees. We have to wait for it to come down. And then we have to put it underneath. Then we have to readjust it, right? And then press it to the shirt. By the time all of that happens, the customer could be in here for a good minute, right? And what I want to do is get someone in here and get them out. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to see a customer standing around looking at you like it's taking forever. You know what I mean? So that's why we have two. So these heat presses back here, beginner, right? Don't go out and spend $1,600. Don't go out and spend $1,600 on a heat press, and then 2 months later you're like, this isn't crap. Like I ain't making no money off of no shirts. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And then you just wasted $1,600. You start with this $300 heat press right here, right? You start with that one, $300, right? And it doesn't work out. You're only out $300. You're not out $1,600, right? But if it does work out, then you upgrade, right? I didn't have this printer in the beginning. I didn't have it, but now I do, right? My single head embroidery machine, you guys know I didn't buy it, right? I got sponsored by RICOMA for that, right? And now I've outgrown it. So what's next? What's next? You know what I mean? What am I going to do now? Because I got so much work with embroidery, it's ridiculous. And I hate for people to call me and be like, hey, Joe, like, what's up with my hats? And I'm like, they're next. They're next. You know what I mean? And then I got people coming here that want their suits done. And like, man, I just need 2 for tomorrow. And I'm like, I got like 50 pieces that I'm doing on this single head embroidery machine that needed to be out 3 days ago. So I can't do your 2, but if you want them done, I can get them done eventually. So now we started charging people. We do sell KB. We do sell heat presses. So over at the vinyl stand, we do sell the 15 by 15, right, Lori? Am I wrong? Correct or wrong? So make sure you go check out the vinyl stand. We do sell a little heat press over there. We also have the big 16 by 20 with the slide out, but just it's really, really big. It's really, really heavy. And customers came in and they bought it, you know what I mean? And they love it. And we've shipped them to other parts of the United States. But then we have those customers that come in that only want something small, because when you do it from home, you don't have the big old space to put it in. You know what I mean? You got you're working out of a little area, so you want to keep it in that little spot. You know what I mean? So that's what I tell people. These heat presses here, I think the 15 by 15 that we sell at the vinyl stand is I'm way behind on comments. So Lori said, yes, we do. What's the price on it, Lori? I don't want to lie. Hello from Australia. That's what's up. What's going on? How you doing? Did you ever get with those one? No, he never got in touch with me, Rodrigo. I was stuck on a comment that I wanted to read a long time ago, and then I just kept seeing this thing say you're behind. So this is the one that I was looking at that I wanted to read. I hope I answered y'all's questions about whatever I was talking about, because I forget. I just came up with a great idea. You are very knowledgeable about what you do. Many of us would pay for some one-on-one training. Maybe on the weekend, you could offer like $100 class. And, you know, I wouldn't mind it. Not at all. You know what I mean? And it's just to make the time. You know what I mean? And that's what I tell people. Like, I'm willing to help if I can. And I guess like if I was gonna charge for it and sit down and talk to people about it, then that would be different. You know what I mean? But when someone's like, hey, can we talk for a minute? And I'm like, yeah, I got you. I'll call you in a minute. Just send me your phone number and I'll just text you. I don't do that. And it's not because I just don't want to. We don't give out our phone number. That's just the way things work, right? With social media, just text me, just write me on Instagram. It's like you don't have my personal number, but you have my personal contact through Instagram, through all these other little social media ways that we could talk. You don't have to have someone's phone number to actually get in touch with somebody, right? And the reason I don't is because I don't want people calling my phone or texting me on my personal line about something like that. You know what I mean? And I think all of us that do this can agree with that. You know what I mean? We had a new girl start working at our store, and a customer called the store and was like, is Lori there? No. Oh, can I have her number? And she was like, okay. And she gave it out. It's not, and she's new, she's young, she didn't know, and it's okay. That's how she learns. You know what I mean? But it's just something that you don't do, especially when it's a customer that's complaining, and then they have your number. Forget it. You know what I mean? It's just the way it rolls, right? All right, Blue Tongue, appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate you guys. Check out Blue Tongue Ink on Instagram. You guys go check them out. But Eugenia Bradford. I would be willing to do it. I would just have to. It would have to be one of those things where we all. It was like, okay, we all want to do this. We all want to sit down and we want to talk. And I'll tell you, like right now, like this is just me talking to the computer and reading y'all's comments. Whenever I do lives with like some other people, I'm like, my bad, because I don't let people talk. You know what I mean? I just get on there and we just start. They'll ask me a question and I'll just keep going forever. You know what I mean? So I'd be willing to do it. You know what I mean? I saw that you are live, so stopped in to say thank you for your videos. MK, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, thank you for taking your time to watch my videos. Very thick, papery. So like Soana asked how much are these heat presses? They're like $250, $300, right? But these they gave to me for free. They were like, hey, you do YouTube videos. We want to send you the heat press. We want you to do an unboxing video on it and then give it away. So I was like, all right. I mean, not give it away, but do an unboxing video on it and then it's yours. So I was like, all right, cool. But me, I don't have room for these little heat presses here. I got the big ones. So for me, it's not satisfying, but it's like rewarding for me to, if I can help out somebody else. I don't need them, so why just hoard them here when I can just give them away to someone that hopefully needs it? You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with that. D Cotton. I don't want to mess up your name. That's a FreeJet 330TX Plus. Hey Joe, what would you say is most commonly sized mighty hoop used for the 5x5? So Nathaniel Escobar says, what is the most commonly sized mighty hoop used for the MT1501? I would go with the 5.5. And if you're gonna order it, it's gonna ask you what's your print size or whatever. It's 14 inches. There's some powder on it. And right now, I was telling the girls that work here, my goal is to order every single color that Madeira carries. That's my goal right now. I don't know why. I just want to have every color because I hate when people come in here and they're like, I want this color right here. And I'm like, I don't have it. So then I have to order it, right? But if I had every single color, that would be cool. It's a lot of colors, but hopefully I can get to it. Cotton is a beginner. Hey, we all start somewhere, right? It's the way it happens. Hey, Joe, I'm glad you're able to catch up to the. Charles, I appreciate you. If you're still here, I appreciate you tuning in. We've just been so busy. You know what I mean? And I need to do more lives because people have asked for it, and I just haven't had time. I need to do some back to the basic videos so that we can get back on it. A Tajima 15 head is next. Imagine that. Where would I put it? I wouldn't even fit in this place. Thanks, boss. Does it stay the same temp that you set? I don't know. I'm behind on comments. So I'm trying to catch up. I got it. Yeah. All right, so if I skipped your comment, my fault. What printer is that? It's the FreeJet 330TX Plus. Where do you buy your garments? Wherever they have them, because right now it's hard to get them. My main source is SNS Activewear, but you have to have a resale license for it. SNS Activewear, Alpha Broader One Stop, um, Alpha Broader One Stop. I think that's it. I don't use One Stop so much. One Stop tries to do it all. They have embroidery supplies, but if you order embroidery supplies from them, you might as well just go to Madeira because all they're doing is drop shipping. You know what I mean? So you order. It's like me telling you, I sell water, right? And you order water from my website, and then I order it from Walmart and send it to you, right? And I charge you $3. Walmart charges me $2. So every time you order water from me, I make $1 off of it, right? Um, so if you're gonna use One Stop, you might as well use Madeira because it's a little bit cheaper. Um, the printer behind me, it was a total package that I bought, and it was like $24K. Lupita says you probably answered the question like 10 times. But what's the cross? 24K. How's the maintenance on it? The maintenance, a lot of people will say they don't want to buy this printer because they don't want to do the maintenance on it. The maintenance ain't hard on it, right? At the end of the night, you clean the print. You don't clean the print head. You clean the wet capping station. So you clean the wet capping station, and then you leave some fluid in there, and that's it. That's the daily maintenance if you use it every day. Then there's a weekly one where you do the same thing. You clean the encoder strip, and then underneath you clean the print head, right? But I use it so much, I try to clean the print head every 2 to 3 days, right? Because we just use it so much, right? Why wait for the whole week to go by whenever I can do it every other day or every 3 days, right? And that's just me, right? You're not gonna run a car forever without oil, right? So for me, I like to take care of this thing because I know it's a big investment for me. And the last thing I want to do is have this thing trashed outside in the back because it doesn't work. So I am willing to put in the extra work to make sure that this thing is very, very clean at the end of the night, right? And I stress that on my daughter whenever she leaves. I'm like, you need to make sure that this thing is clean, right? Very, very clean at the end of the night, because if it goes out, then you might not work here no more, right? Because not because I'm a fire because it went out, but then we might not have the cash flow coming in to where I can afford to have her here. You know what I mean? It's just the nature of the beast, right? The way it is. So with that mentality, she knows this is her thing that she does every single day, and she needs to take care of it like if it's hers, right? Hey, Joe, I just embroidered a 3D puff on a hat today, but not very clean and crisp. Seems like little tiny pieces of the foam were sticking out. Yes, Donald Newman. So that's normal. That's a normal thing that is going to happen. Here's the trick. You need to buy one of these right here. You need to buy this little right there. You need to buy one of these. It's a heat gun, right? So you're always going to, whenever you're doing 3D puff, you're always going to have the foam sticking out, right? So what you do is you grab one of these right here, right? Little weeding tool. And wherever the foam is sticking out, you push it in and you push it underneath the threads. And then you move the threads over it, right? Whatever is being a pain in the butt and you can't get it, that's where you use this, right? You use this and you heat it up. You heat up that foam, and what's going to happen is that foam is going to shrink, right? And when that foam shrinks, it will then sink into the threads, right? And then again, check it, push some little spots in, right? Good scissors, have some little good snippers to get in there and get that stuff. But that's the main thing. You need one of these. And don't try to do, people come in here are wanting to do puff on little itty bitty tiny skinny letters. It's not going to happen. I tell people, you got to have big bulky stuff. Not big bulky stuff like this, but for instance, like this. You can't do puff on this little tiny stuff. It's just not going to look right. It's not going to look right, right? So just make sure when someone comes in, they want puff done. I look at how how thick the letter is going to be, like this, right? Something like this always looks good. I have a pink hat here that's on the side, and it's not bulky like this. It's a little bit smaller, but it looks really, really good still because it has that jump stitch. You know what I mean? And then make sure you tell your digitizer that you're doing puff, because if you don't, it's not going to stitch for puff, right? So make sure you do that. I just poked myself with the deleting tool. Oh, I will fire my daughter if she messes up on one of my machines. He said, someone said, I will fire my daughter. Like I was telling you when I did my ICE DTF print last minute, you were definitely inspiring. Well, I appreciate that, KB. TSC is becoming the SNS, so I will be switching, but my go-to mission is imprintables. TSC's been around for a while. When I went to the show in Dallas a couple of years ago when I met Rye Beats. I met some other people. Liberty Graphics was there. I met some other people that were there. TSC was there. If you look at my YouTube video when I tried to do like a little vlog thing, whatever. I did that, and TSC was there. I filmed like a little clip with TSC, and they had some good stuff. You know what I mean? I do have an account with TSC, but I don't use them as much. I like to use SNS. I do have a Net 30. Like I've ordered so much stuff through SNS now. SNS called me and was like, "Hey, like, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "They're like, who are you selling to?" And I'm like, "I sell to schools. I sell to soccer leagues. I sell to all these people." And they're like, "Well, why don't you put in for a Net 30?" And I'm like, I don't know. It's just I just pay for it up front. You know what I mean? And they're like, "I think you would benefit off of the Net 30." And it's good to have a Net 30 as long as you pay it, because it works out. So you get you order it, the customer pays you, you pay your half back to them, and it's like you just keep the profit every single time. You know what I mean? So it's all good. Let's see. Look on the website, thevinylstand.com. 15% from now to January 1st. Check us out. Also, 15% DTF prints. Not now. So if you want to put in an order, if you put in an order already, you're gonna have to wait until until this live is over, so I can go in there, type it up. But 15% off for all DTF prints till January 1st, right? For New Year's. Except CJ. CJ, you gotta pay full price, man. My lights aren't even up, man. My lights are on the ground. No, I'm just messing with you, CJ. Never mind. Found it on the site. All right, cool. Appreciate that, Rodrigo. Love your videos, and I've learned a lot. I ever got my husband watching. Angelina, appreciate that. I appreciate you and your husband watching my videos. And don't try to get on my level. Try to exceed my level. Pass me up. Keep on going. Right? That's what I tell people. I've had people on YouTube say, "I'm going to pass you up on subscribers." I don't care. Go ahead. You do what you got to do. If it makes you feel better because you passed me up on subscribers, by all means, go for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, try to exceed what I do. Don't try to do what I do. Try to exceed what I do. And if you like someone was saying earlier, they want to do some classes on it. Maybe we can one day. You know what I mean? Because they say I'm very knowledgeable. I don't speak a lot. I don't get on lives and tell you that I'm the best at what I do, because I'm not. You know what I mean? I every day is a learning experience when it comes to printing in a shop. And everybody should know that. Even when you don't have to have a shop, just have a house. You know what I mean? And I have a good support team. My wife, beautiful ways. That's Lori. She supports me in what I do. She supports me like every morning, getting up as soon as I wake up, and I come straight over here, and then I'll stay here until 11, 12 o'clock. And she's like, "Okay, now it's time to come." You know what I mean? She supports me, and she runs the crap out of the vinyl stand. So I appreciate her for all of that. You know what I mean? Just to let you all know that I really appreciate her. Love her to death. Right? I'm still here waiting for the heat press. I learned a lot just coming in here and hanging out. So that's what's up, CJ. Me and CJ's here all the time, but we don't talk much because he's always on his phone. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yes, you and all. Yeah, I don't mind showing my mess ups. I messed up a one of these fleeces. Um and I was like, why did it mess up? I didn't do anything wrong. Um I put the hoop in there. It's good to go. Boom, let's roll. We were rocking and rolling, rocking and rolling. And I was like coming out nice and crisp. Look at that. Nice and crisp. And then all of a sudden, one of them was crooked and the words on the bottom weren't even on the image. And I'm like, how did this happen? Like, what did I do different? I didn't do nothing wrong. Everything was still the same. But what I did was whenever I put it in there, I didn't clip it. I clipped it. I heard it clip on the left. I heard it clip, and I was like, all right, it's good. But it clipped on the left side, not the right side. So it was canted a little bit. So whenever it started stitching, everything was stitching sideways. In the beginning, because it wasn't clipped, was stitching one way, and with the vibration and everything, it moved a little bit, so everything was off. And there's no fixing it. No fixing it at all. You know what I mean? Cotton says, you are the first video I saw after purchasing my MT1501. I would be watching more. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I'm glad you got the MT1501. You're gonna love it. You know, whenever we do videos, we show you the good stuff. That's just the way it is. But I've always had nothing but good things. I mean, the machine should be running right now, but it was making a noise whenever she did that. She had that little bird nest, so I told her just to wait. And then when I get done with here, I'll go do my little check on it, and I'm pretty sure I'll find out exactly what it is. But I just have to get in there and look at it. You know what I mean? And I don't want to keep y'all because it might take me 30 minutes, and I don't want to go there for 30 minutes and just leave y'all here. So I'll just do it after I get done. What hats do you use for the 1501, and do you get them? Where do you get them from? Or should I ask, what is the most popular hats? So the Richardson hats are popular hats, which are these right here. But they can be tricky. Let's see if you can see that. Some people will say they can't use them because the needles break all the time. I was running a hat yesterday and I couldn't. It wasn't even a Richardson hat. It wasn't even it was a structured hat, but it wasn't a hard structured hat. It's just the way the hat was made. It felt like they put like this piece, the bill, whenever they attached the bill to this piece right here was too far back. So it would bounce way too much and it would just shatter the needle. So I was like, I'm not going to do it. Thanks for the gatekeeping and being so willing to teach others this shit. Gracie, no problem. So those are the hats that I use. I get them from SNS, but as we all know, if you order from SNS, they're very, very hard to get. Very, very hard to get because there's a shortage or whatever is going on right now. It's very bad. All right. So if you guys are here for the first time, right, or if you're subscribed to my channel, right, make sure you click that bell. Not only the subscribe button, click the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we do lives like this, right? Oh, for not gatekeeping. There's too much business for me to do that. You know what I mean? There's way too much. If I try to hoard all the business, then I wouldn't get no sleep. I hardly get any sleep now with all this work we have in here, but we get it done, right? And there's just too much work for one person out there. You know what I mean? Just got one today from Harbor Freight. Were you talking about the heat gun? Taking notes. CJ's on his phone. Don't be driving and getting in an accident, CJ. Don't be coming over here either because we're close. He's like, I'm going to go get some prints since you're there. I did. Cotton Joe, I admire your hustle as active duty military myself. I need the juice you are on. I am always so tired. I am too. Trust me. Richard, my wife and my daughters are like, my daughter was working here the other day and she was doing DTF prints and she's like, I'm done. because usually she'll stay a little bit later and she'll like help with like clean up and do whatever we gotta do. And she's like, I'm done. And then my wife should be like, I don't know where you get it from. Like, I don't see what you are doing that you can stay up and keep moving so much. And you know, being active duty, like it's crazy. And right now I'm in TRADOC. So TRADOC is different than a regular active duty. Regular active duty, they do physical training at 6:30, I think still. Over here we do it at 5:30 because the students active duty starts their day at 9. We start our day at 8 o'clock. So we have to do everything an hour earlier. So yeah, sometimes it's a pain in the butt. Yep. Ash gray sweatshirts. Yeah, I just got in some hoodies today. It's and where do you get from? So if you get from S&S, if you I like to use S&S because what they do, we all want to eat some food. S&S now has a notify button, so that's good to have because I'll have customers that will like, oh, I want this, and I'm like, they're out. So then I'll hit the notify button so that whenever they are like back in stock, I'll just order them. Like I'll just order stuff, you know what I mean? Because I know sometimes it's hard to get them. Where do you get your hoodies from? I get my hoodies from S&S. I could, if I wasn't on my lap, I could show you. I can't take Instagram with me. Sorry, guys, but I'll take a. I don't know how I'm gonna do this with Let's see if this thing would disconnect again. Let's see. Got my microphone right here. So here's I'll show you my little area of operations. My little AO. So this is where we have all our shirts at, right? So here's my my hoodies. And then we have more. I just embroidered a bunch of hoodies the other day. Some next level. They wanted zip ups. It was so hard. It was so hard to find zip up hoodies because everybody was out of stock with them. You know what I mean? And then here's my look. Like I told you, I just order hats. I just order them so that I can have them in stock, right? Here's my little embroidery area. Trying to get it all cleaned up. I just put this wall up. But yeah, it's a work in progress. But we're trying to get it done. She thinks she's the boss. That's my office. She's looking for hoodies. But yeah, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Everything's a work in progress. We started moving stuff around. We got some stuff coming up. How do you enter the giveaway? You just got to be present when we do the giveaway. That's it. Sorry, Instagram, I couldn't take y'all with me. I was holding the mic in one hand and the computer in another one. S&S, thanks for your service. Appreciate that all-star vinyl from Texas. Appreciate that. Where's my stuff? I don't know. Hey, check the tracking on Lori's stuff. She ordered some hoodies. Some next level hoodies.
Next level?
Yeah. Yeah, so those hoodies I had to order from, where did I order them from? I think it was Sanmar. I had to order them from Sanmar, and they were expensive. The zipper hoodie, those were like $17 a piece. So Gracie, this was always my logo, but it was always just drawn. My thing was always keep pressing, right? And it was just Hard and Hustle printing. It was this in the beginning. That was my logo in the beginning, right? There, right? And then Jason from Graphics Warehouse was like, hey, I want to redo your logo for you. So I was like, okay, cool. He's like, give me some ideas. So this is what I drew up. the H and the HHP together, I was like, this is what I want it to look like. And then he came up with this, right? And it used to say Hard Hustle Printing 2017. And then whenever I got the shop and I made it to an LLC, I then changed it from Hard Hustle Printing Established 2017. You can see that one. Established 2017. I then changed it whenever I got the business to the LLC. So I changed it to that because when you go talk to people that have big businesses, they want to know that you're a LLC. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people do it from home. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people that do stuff from home, that outsource stuff to me, that do really, really good from home. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Grace. Eventually, we'll start selling stuff, but for now, not right now, because we just don't have time. My daughter's always like, she's slowly learning Photoshop because I'm making her learn it. Because if not, then no work gets done because everything has to wait. Because everything will have to wait until I get here to do the artwork, and then they can start printing. So if I'm at work all day and get here at 5:00, and then they're like, "Oh, you're finally here," and then they leave at 7, that defeats the purpose of them being here all day, right? So I was like, "You need to sit down and you need to start learning this stuff here." So she's slowly started learning it, and she's like, "Now you need to show me how to do mock-ups, so I could do your mock-ups for your stuff, and then we can put it on the website." And I'm like, "All right, cool, one day." Yeah, I just clicked off Sanmar, kind of pricey. Yeah, it all depends on what you're trying to get. You know what I mean? Sanmar, SNS, they all usually have the same price range. Just say like a Gildan hoodie, small through extra large, is usually like $9.99, something like that. And they're all usually about the same price. You know what I mean? They're usually all about that price, and because they're all usually getting from the same vendor anyways. You know what I mean? It's just, who do you want to use? You know what I mean? No, you don't, Ramon. Let's see. Of course, LLC really makes one seem legit. Yeah, that's true. God bless you, bro. Quick question. I have a heat press. I have some shirts here at home, but I'm wanting to get some logos for my wife's small business. Do you heat press transfers and able to ship? Yeah, I ship every day. Every day. Everything that I haven't. So if you go to my website, hardhustleprinting.com, you can scroll down. There's a spot there. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Let me pull this up. So let me see. There's one of these down here where I can show my screen. What is this? I don't know. I'm using the StreamYards. New layout, Shift 5. Let's see what that does. Shift plus 5. That didn't work. I'm trying to figure this. I know you can show a screen on here. Let's see. Share screen. Screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Share your screen. Can you see my screen? I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Entire screen. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there it is. I don't know what's going on. I won't be able to see if y'all can see my screen or not. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to try to show you guys this. So if you come to the website and you scroll down all the way to here, right? And you click this. So these are ones that I have on here, Christmas, Halloween. People are still ordering these Halloween DTFs, but upload your own image for direct to garment, right? So if you come here, you could come down here and then you could pick white for a white garment or a dark garment, right? And you click this one and then you can add your image. Drop your files in there, and then any special request that you have, right? The number of pages, the more pages you get, the cheaper it gets, right? So if you did 100 pages, you would get them for $5.50, right? If you did 10 pages, and so on. So I hope that worked. I don't know if it did. If it didn't, sorry. Oh, good. You could see it. All right. So that's how you upload images to the website. Can you guys still hear me? I haven't given it away yet. Yeah. So you can go on there. I just need a PNG file. G Money. Appreciate you for that. I really appreciate it. You didn't have to do it, but I really appreciate it. Yeah. High resolution, 300 DPI, right? Transparent background. So basically a PNG. So what I tell people is when they send me an image and it has a white background or a black background, and I tell them this is not a PNG file, I need the actual PNG file. That doesn't mean take that image, right click it, and save as a PNG file because it's not going to work. It has to be transparent background, right? CJ says, how much for no pages? Free, man. Free 99 all day. How much for no pages? Who won the second heat press? We haven't given it away yet. Someone just messaged me on an order for 80 shirts. I usually do vinyl and sublimation. In your opinion, what would be the most cost-effective way to complete this order? So here's what I would tell you. It all depends on what you are doing, right? So if you're going to do vinyl, right, make sure you check out the vinyl stand, right? That's my other store, if you guys didn't know that. My other store is the vinyl stand, but my wife runs it, right? She runs it. Check out the vinyl stand because we're doing 15% off of your vinyl, right? No, 15% off the total store from now till January 1st, right? Count me out for vinyl. So then the next best thing is this right here, right? So it all depends on your image, right? So like I told you, there's no weeding. And then you say sublimation. Sublimation's really, really cheap, right? Because sublimation's really, really cheap because it is cheap to print it, right? So you use the paper. I charge $2 for a little sheet and $4 for the 11 by 17. So I would look at the image and see what you have to put on the paper, right? If you're doing something like this, you got black, green, red, white, brown, right? So you're looking at 5 or 6 colors inside of this image alone, right? 5 or 6 colors in that image. So what are you going to do? You're going to have to go buy that many sheets per shirt, 80 shirts, right? But if you bought these at 80, let's look. See if I can do this again. StreamYard is sharing your screen. No, it's not. Add to stream. All right, so let's go over here. Hopefully you can see this. All right, so if you did 80 sheets, so you're paying $5.50 a sheet. $5.50 a sheet times 80, right? But then again, that all depends on your image, right? So this one right here, you can get 2 on 1, right? Two images on 1. So now you just cut it down to 40 sheets, right? So let's look at share. I don't know. Whatever. What's 40 sheets? 40 sheets is $7.50. So 40 sheets is $7.50. So $7.50, right? You get $7.50 a sheet. But if you cut this in half, you're paying what? $7.50, like $3.20, $3.50 would be $3.25. $3.50 would be 7. So $3.75 would make $7.50, right? $3.75 a print, right? and you don't have to weed it. You don't have to do any of that fancy stuff. All you gotta do is put it on the shirt, heat press it, take it right off, and you're good to go. Right. So 375. Yeah, it took me a minute, but I got it right. So 375, 40 sheets at 7 something. Do the math, and that'll tell you how much you're gonna pay for that. Is that DTF or sublimation? Just something. This is DTF. DTF. So yeah, we were printing them on this machine right here. We just finished printing some stuff. We just finished printing those. My bad. I didn't see your comment, Jerome. Those are nice. Are you going to have them? Those for sale? No, I won't, because these are for a customer that ordered these. So I don't resell stuff that customers made, because the customer brought them in wanting to resell them. So then, or probably just doing shirts for themselves. But if they go to the store and they see their print there, I don't want them calling me saying, why are you selling my print? You know, so I just don't do it. But if I wanted to, I can just go back to that. You know what I mean? So yeah, Lupita, that's what I would say. Sublimation, if you're doing them on, if you want to do sublimation, figure the cost for that. But then you got to remember, you can only do 65, 35 and above, right? Or 100% polyester to get you the best quality image on a polyester shirt. I don't do them because I don't like polyester shirts, right? If I do, it's for sports. That makes sense. So if you want to get them, shoot us the image, and we can look at it for you, tell you if it's a PNG file, and then you see how many you can get on a sheet, right? Some people just want a chest piece on a shirt, right? Like this one, right? I did this one earlier. Some people just want a chest piece on a shirt. So look, that's 10 on one sheet, right? They got 10 of them on one sheet. So that's a good price, right? So they're paying $1. They're paying $1 a print because they got 10 of them on one. So that goes to $1 a print. $10. So it goes from that to $10. $1 a print, depending on how many you get. Like this one right here. This one is only 4 that are left, but this one had 16 of these on one sheet. 16 of these on one sheet. So they're putting these on their chest, right? Whenever they do their stuff, they're doing one of these on a chest. So at 16 of them, do the math. What is that? 60 cents, something like that, less than $1 a print, something like that, right? So yeah, if you need them, let me know. Right, so we're gonna get ready to get out of here. What's going on? Instagram, Shy Graphics Designs. What's going on? We're gonna do one more print, and after this print is done, we'll pick the winner for that last heat press. Remember, if you're the winner for this heat press, you have to pay shipping. I don't know the cost for shipping. I gotta box it all back up. Once I box it all back up, I'll weigh it, put in your address, and it's still gonna be less than the cost of the printer, which is like $300, right? So it shouldn't be much, right? Chili chill. I'm good. We just jumped on here tonight to give away a couple heat presses. Those two right there. We already gave one of them away, and then we're gonna give the other one away here too in a little bit. So you guys just got here. Appreciate all of you guys that tuned in tonight. It's been a while, but we're back. Right? I do, for those of you that are local, I'll come pick it up. I do want to print. I am getting ready to print some. Hopefully, I say that, but we have a lot of orders for tomorrow for that Bell's going to do for DTF for some hoodies. But I do want to print some those gnomes. We saw some gnomes New Year's shirts, New Year's prints that look really, really cool. Let's see. Let me load this one up. Right, so the countdown begins. When that one's done, when that print is done, we will give away the heat press. I'm definitely gonna come pick it up. Hey, so if you guys, it's only like 60 y'all on Instagram. Come over to YouTube so that we could pick someone from YouTube. Or if you're on both, cool, right? Because we got like 61 on YouTube and 60 y'all, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Donald Newman, appreciate you. Man, I can stay on here forever, man. It's crazy how and Waldo can confirm this. You get on here, you just start talking, and before you know it, you're like, dang, it's been that long already. Everybody is a winner except Ramon. Hold on. All right, my bad. My bad. I just had to confirm something real quick. All right, so everyone is getting a heat press. I want everything well done. DC, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for joining in. I came over from IG K6477. How long does it take to print a? Let me see, where did it go? It all depends on the image. You know what I mean? So the RIP software will tell me exactly how long it's taken to print it. So after we're done, I can tell you exactly how long it took. And Lori's getting a camera. She just got a Sawgrass 500. All right, so we can all make donations to Lori's camera since all of y'all throw me under the bus like that. They're trying to film some content for the vinyl stand. She said, yes, a camera. You have a phone? Use your phone. We all start somewhere. I started with my phone. Y'all remember whenever I first started, I'd be on a live and the whole thing would be shaking like this. Christmas is early. But yeah, I appreciate all of you, the guys, all of y'all, guys, females, all of y'all that tuned in tonight. I appreciate you all very, very much. You know what I mean? And if you have anything that I have that I can try to help you with, I'm always willing to help. you tell people to go to the. Oh, you got hit by the tornadoes too? That was crazy. Phones have cameras though. 4K. I just buy the new iPhone, and you can get the super high speed. The super high speed, whatever it's called, right? Joe won the heat press, and the heat press goes to me. I win. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. I'll pay for shipping. Lori's camera fund. Look at Lily over there. My uncle died and my friends lost homes. Thanks. Sorry to hear that, man. She said iPhone. Yeah. Bandito? Bandito. Say hello to my. Where's Bandito at? What's up, Bandito? I don't see no Bandito over here, but what's up, Bandito? Arlene, appreciate that. Yeah, be looking. So for 2022, hopefully, more content. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Now she's gonna be like, "Where's my $5?" She's gonna be like, "Where's my $5?" Hopefully, this printer over here, man. I swear, is that you printing? See, this printer over here be tripping, man. Someone done hacked into my printer and just prints random stuff. Look at this. Riddle me this. How can the McDonald's in Denmark pay their staff $22 an hour and still manage to sell a Big Mac for less than in America? That's what this thing does all day. Life is short. Why are you willing to sell your time for so little? Look, why does it this dang printer? It's some union. It says New Year's resolutions: hit the gym, delete fake Facebook, organize a union. This thing, it just wastes paper all day long. And then I take it and I put it backwards. And then I come in the morning and there's stuff printed all over it. That's the giveaway question. It's China, bro. Someone is doing it, man. And I'm like, what the heck is this? How can McDonald's, a good union can easily assign everyone's goal? Did you know that it is a rather simple task to organize a union? What is this? You know what that crap is. Wizard, what's up? Unions are jokes. That used to happen to my computer, the neighbors. I have someone coming over here to check it out. So whatever it is. So that is the color. Oh, it's done. No dia. Nadia? Nodia? You're a mean one. Look at that Grinch. All right, so we're gonna do the giveaway. Have you seen the new Spider-Man? I haven't even seen Spider-Man 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever one came out. Yeah, I don't have time for TV. I don't. I have a Sling here in the shop. So I'll put it on and then I'll put music on, and then when I walk by I'll look at it, but that's about the most TV I get. I did watch 2 movies Saturday night. I think we watched 2 movies. And I watched part 2 of The Lion King. I mean, the Tiger King. I watched part 2 of the Tiger King. I wanted to see that, but I don't watch a lot of TV because I don't have time. And everybody, my dad was calling me yesterday. He's like, "Hey, you watching the Cowboy game?" I'm like, "Dad, I haven't seen any of the Cowboy games this year. None of them." But I hear it whenever they lose. I know they lose. Trust me. As soon as the Cowboys are losing, I know they're losing. But whenever they're winning, it's all quiet. So yeah, Saturday we watched 2 movies. Good vibes. All right, so we're gonna do the giveaway. I told you guys we're giving away heat press. We're gonna do that. Remember, whoever wins this heat press, you have to pay for the shipping. All right. Hold on. All right, so just know that if you win this heat press, one of the stipulations was you have to pay for shipping, right? What are you, a true Texan? I'm from Texas, so I stick to my roots. You know what I mean? I'm not a bandwagon jumper, right? I'm not gonna move to Georgia and become an Atlanta fan when I'm from Texas. You know what I mean? All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna give away this heat press, and I'm gonna let Lori pick the winner. Joe's movie night is the '90s Disney playlist. No, it's the Three Caballeros, that one with Donald Duck and all them. Go Falcons! Oh yeah, Rodrigo's a Falcon fan. There you go. He was excited about it. I sent him a hat. With the Hard Hustle Printing logo on there. I was telling you guys earlier. I sent him a hat, and I was like, man, when I sent him the hat, I was like, man, I should send it to him in Dallas Cowboy colors. Go Bears, CJ. Go Bears. Just kidding. I know you said you didn't watch the Cowboy game yet. I know they won, though. My dad told me they won. Can you trump that heat press and that one over there for me, please?
Oh, I like
I haven't picked the winner. So, Lori, I'm going to let Lori pick the winner for this. Lori, if you don't want to pick the winner, then let me know, and then we'll have someone else pick the winner. If you don't need the heat press, by all means, I've done it before where I've given away one of these heat presses, and the person that got picked was like, no, I don't need the heat press. Give it to somebody else. So we'll do that too, right? So, Lori, if you're here, if you're on the Instagram, if you guys want to join over to YouTube real quick, type in the word here. We'll do that. I would do that little spinny thing, but there's probably going to be a lot of y'all that say here. Ray, Tim, Lily. Should we do that little spinner thing, and then we just see who wins without anybody picking? What do y'all think? If y'all want to do that, we'll just do that. I don't care. I'll write all y'all's name down, and then I'll go in there and type in all y'all's names, and then the winner can be Belle. You can't win. Get out of here. Let me see. Oh, so we have. Oh, there's a lot of names. Let's see. Let me go back to the top real quick. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get everybody's name right here. I'm on. Whoa, that's too fast. Novo. And then you can tell me if I missed your name, and then I'll just type. Unless Lori already picked one, I don't know. Lily, Ray, Connie, Alan, E. Trey, Cabrina Dirio. Oh, y'all too much. What'd she say? She don't want to pick it? I'll get it. Cherry. Let me see. Making sure I don't have y'all's names. All right, give me 1 second. Let me find this thing.
Lori said that she's gonna pick, but she said it's gonna take too long. There's 70 people on there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
All right. Lori's gonna pick. This is gonna take too long to write for me to do all these names in this random picker thing. So appreciate that. Where all these people come from. A lot of these people are usually here. They just don't talk. You know what I mean? That's the way a lot of these are. They just silently sitting in the back. Always enjoy your hustle. Great YouTube channel. CLO Education TV. Thanks. All right, so I'm just gonna let Lori pick the winner, and whenever she's ready, So I'm gonna let Lori. There it is, right there. Lori picked Chelsea Cruz. Chelsea Cruz, you're the winner for the heat press. Oh, she's here. Look, there she is right there. So Chelsea, congratulations. Hopefully you can use this heat press. Hopefully you can use it. Hopefully you can kickstart your business. They woke up. She don't want it. So Chelsea, congratulations. All right, but don't leave yet. I got something else to tell y'all. Don't leave yet. Cause I know after the giveaways, everybody likes to pop smoke. Be like, see ya. So Chelsea, send me an email to Hard Hustle Printing at Yahoo or info. I'm gonna type it up here. So Chelsea, send me an email. Send me an email to that email right there. Views go down. They always go down. That's how it is. But those of you that are here local, right? I was telling Lori that I was gonna give away these heat presses right here. So we gave away 2 of them, and she was telling me, she's like, you know what, we're gonna do the same thing for the vinyl stand. Can't believe I didn't win, Bell. So over at the vinyl stand, sorry to tell you guys, but you have to be local for this one. We actually bought one, right? I told you these right here that they gave us. These right here, they gave them to us, right? They gave them to me to do reviews on them, and then I gave them away, right? But if you're here local, make sure you guys go shop at the vinyl stand. We're going to give away another one over there. So throughout the month of January, from January 1st to the end of the January, every time you go in there and you purchase $20 worth of vinyl, we're going to put your name. They're going to put your name. I'm not going to say me because I'm hardly there because we're so busy over here. But what we're going to do is we are going to put your name into a pot. And at the end of the month, we're going to draw one of those names, and we will be giving you a heat press. They'll be giving you a heat press courtesy of the vinyl stand, right? So if you're here local, again, make sure you guys go check out the vinyl stand. If you're not here local and you want to shop at the vinyl stand, check out the vinylstand.com. Right now, we're doing 15% off of your total purchase, right? We're here in Georgia. Same thing. If you guys need DTF prints, make sure you guys check out Hard Hustle Printing. After this live, I'm going to put a 15% off on your DTF prints, right? So right now, they're $10 with the 15% off. That's going to bring it down to like $850 maybe. So make sure you guys check that out. Still Inc. You've been a great inspiration, blessing, and continued success in the new year. Appreciate it. Same thing to you all. Same thing to you. Can't wait. In the basement, that's where we start. That's how we start. He was saying that, or they were saying, I don't know if it's a he or she, but they're saying that they have a business, they're working out of their basement and they're looking to open up a shop. So that's what's up. Right. What's up, Dad? What's up? My dad's in the house. So yes, congratulations, Chelsea. Like I said, send me an email to info@Hard and Hustle Printing. We'll get in contact. I'll weigh this thing. We'll see what we're gonna come up with the cost. All right, for the shipping. I don't say overnight shipping. All right, but again, thank you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one on Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in. All right, thank you guys very much. All right, so all of y'all that joined the live, I appreciate all of you guys. I know it's been a while since I've done stuff like this, and throughout the year, we're gonna be doing more stuff like this, right? Thank you guys. Gracie, no, thank you. I appreciate the questions and the time that you guys took to watch this, right? We're going to be doing this throughout the year, right? So thank you guys. You guys know how I end my videos, my lives. So thank you guys for all the support. Have a very good Christmas. Have a safe Christmas. A happy New Year's. And I'll see you guys next year. But until then, keep pressing. That didn't work. That was lame. I was like, it's going to end, and it didn't. The other one just ends. How can I get that DTF machine? Omniprint International. All right. Again, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. All of y'all stay safe. And I'll see you guys next year. And let's tear up 2022. Until then, keep pressing.